packages and enquiries. Email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com or call
Konikosi Alo Komi Keshito.
Wachi.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on Ghana Talks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues,
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials from Monday to Friday 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare,
Regina Bless,
Deborah Adoso,
and I am Esinal Fiagbedu. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show.
This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show, your morning companion. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show, your morning companion. Yet another beautiful Friday morning, and thank God it's Friday. You're welcome to the Ghana Talks Breakfast Show right here on Ghana Talks Radio, and this is the news headline review. Here we bring you all the latest headlines making waves in the news, from business to politics, from sports to entertainment. We got you covered with the most relevant stories and informed perspectives on issues that matter to you every morning right here on the Ghana Talks Breakfast Show and on the news headline review. I am your host, Ruth Esinam Fiagbedu, and joining me this morning on the news headline review is Miss Debbie Adosa and Miss Regina Bless. Good morning, Miss Debbie. Good morning, Miss Regina.
Good morning. Good morning.
Miss Debbie, why are you smiling?
Oh, nothing.
Scabia with Tomana.
Nah, I'm just happy.
You are just happy?
Yeah.
Do you mind sharing your excitement with us? Today is Friday.
Oh, don't worry.
It's weekend.
It's sort of personal.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Miss Reggie,
Yeah.
you're looking beautiful this morning.
Thank you.
I love the way you've held your hair. Please, when you finish, come and do mine for me.
So.
Hope all is well, by the way.
All is well.
Oh, we thank God. Yeah, this morning I'm a bit tired, but we'll manage. We'll go through. Yeah, so before we dive into the news headline this morning, yesterday, Shatawale was released from Yoko, from the hands of Yoko. And I don't know if you watched his live video. You saw how calm he was. People were actually bashing. Was like, hey, it's Shatawale, you can't be calm like this. And then every day you come on live and then come and be shouting. But how do you feel about he has been released? I don't know. I know you're not a fan, but you know, Shatawale, almighty Shatawale. How do you feel about that, though? Tell me something.
Okay. It's good he has been released. I think he was released on a 5 million Ghana cedis bill.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the arguments they went to say but the remaining 5 million now, and I say so amana. But it's a good thing he has been released. But I know that he being released doesn't mean the investigation ends there. Investigation will still go on.
Right.
And also one thing I have a problem with is the fans. They're going to the Yoko office to cause mayhem, to block roads. Some people went as far as cursing and all that. You should know that in as much as we have the perception that Ghana is a lawless country, but yes, Ghana is a lawless country because you can't. If it was another country, you can't do what they just did. You can't be blocking roads just like that. You have to have a permit for the police officers to help you with the demonstration or whatever you are doing. You can't just wake up one day and block roads.
Yeah,
you can even be arrested for that.
Yeah.
But just imagine the police officers are doing their job. They are doing their job and they get these people arrested. It will be a different issue altogether. They'll be like, NDC Abapa saying, but forgetting that Iyoko is an independent body on its own.
Right.
Iyoko office deals with I wouldn't say criminals, but people who in a way are accomplices to crime. So at the end of the day, they'll arrest whoever they need to arrest and make sure that investigations are ongoing.
Right.
They've granted him bail. 10 million Ghana cedis bill. Now you go to Yoko, fine, you are going to support him, but you don't go there, release release him for what? Once he has not gone through the due protocol he's supposed to go through. So sometimes I feel that when some of these issues happen, yes, you can go there and support, but don't go there and cause chaos. At the same time, they use someone
as a scapegoat.
When you go there, you cause whatever mayhem you na ya chill. A chill and now also no. Yeah, they are both. So we
Alright, because people were really misbehaving yesterday. Well, Miss W, you were there yesterday. Can you give us a brief encounter of how the place was like yesterday?
Well, I think yesterday was kind of a bit sort of, should I say busy, because the road was not busy as in vehicles were passing by, but busy because they had a lot of youth on streets that were actually in for Shetawale. And I was quite surprised because I felt like I had no idea he had fans like that. I know he has fans on social media, but the way people used to bash him, I felt like something like this is an avenue for people to, like, people who usually don't like him say a lot of things. And I wasn't that having it in mind that we'll have a lot of youth on the street yesterday protesting. Then let me just say they are protesting because they want him out. But the letter I can say, even though we saw what happened, but I didn't see anything like they causing much trouble. And I feel like it's like they have a permission from the police because we saw the police vehicles there.
Oh, we saw
police vehicles, and we saw that they were actually trying to maintain that kind of peace.
But I'm not sure they took permits.
Oh, if they didn't take permit, then why will we see the police there to ensure that everything is in order?
No, the police was there to avoid them to barge into the premises
not
of
to barge
Yoko.
into the premises, but at least they even collaborated with the police.
No, but even if the police wasn't there and it was just them, don't you think they would take advantage of that and barge into it? Because you saw a barricade.
Into the Yoko office. There, I know they will get there, but on the streets where they were doing their things, I didn't see it as a way of causing a mayhem.
So blocking drivers, blocking roads is not an issue.
It's something that has been going on. I don't see it as an issue.
Well, it was actually an issue because there was traffic on the whole.
It doesn't mean it's right.
There wasn't too much traffic.
Oh, there was traffic.
Are you sure?
There was traffic.
Well, I didn't see that yesterday.
Oh, there was traffic.
I didn't see that
all the way from Kimbu right towards the cars had to use just one lane, which was very bad. It's a 2-lane. Now the cars had to use one lane, and the other cars had to use the other road that passes through Tema Station.
I didn't see that yesterday. The only thing I saw was an angry youth who felt like they support someone and they are in for that person. That is what I saw.
But I think it's high time we stop that.
Anything like that.
I think it's high time we stop that as a country, that someone is being arrested for wrongdoing and the person is called in for investigation.
For that is different. If someone has done wrong thing and the person is called in for investigation, it's different. But you can't tell someone, if I support Q or I like what he does and then he's being arrested and I go to support you can't tell me not to go and support him.
You can't to support him, but you can't get angry. Why should you even be angry in the first place that he has been arrested?
Angry?
Yes.
Angry as in how?
From your submission, you said you only saw angry youth.
Angry youth.
And now the question is, why should you be angry?
Even when you're angry, you can't react. There's nothing you can do because immediately you react.
We are talking about what's really happened yesterday. That it's did they bend ties? What did they do? Nothing. The only thing they did was they occupying the street, and that is what we usually say. I'm not saying that it's something that we should actually tolerate or something, but you cannot stop me as a fan or a supporter from supporting someone. I feel like I'm in for the person. That you can't support me, please. That's my opinion.
Okay.
You can't stop me.
But I think as a country, it's high time we stop that.
You need to be disciplined.
Seriously.
The fact that you support someone doesn't mean you should also act like an indisciplined person.
How
in a country, I'm also making my opinion. In a country, you need to make sure that you follow the protocols and laws of the country. Fine, you can go and support, but not to the extent of blocking roads for other people's businesses,
Right.
not to go on because of what you supporting someone you really like. And yes, but make sure you meet the bill conditions.
And you are good
and
to
that
go.
is it. If he had met the bill conditions on time, he would have been let go of time. So omitting condition na that is simple as ABC. Everything is just simple logic.
Yeah, exactly.
The only thing I believe is leadership by example. What you do is what others will follow. We see this in this country. We see leaders even protesting in the block road. So what do you expect the youth to do?
So that's why I made mention that it's high time we don't tolerate such things. And then yesterday was very chaotic, to the extent that when it happened, one of the policemen saw that someone tried pushing me, and he came up to me and told me that if any of that thing happen again, I should just come and report that person to him. So you should know that in as much as they have given you the freedom to come and support your fan, if you fool, they will take you. That's it. All right. Thank you for that submission. Let's dive into our major news item for this morning. Cybercrime, a survival strategy for many youth. Cybercrime expert Dr. Suleiman Lazarus has called on governments in Nigeria, Ghana, and across West Africa to go beyond arrest and prosecution in addressing the surge in cybercrime, noting that many offenders justify their actions as survival strategies rather than outright criminality. His remarks comes in the wake of rising cases of cyber-related crimes in the sub-regions, with several suspects recently arrested, investigated or placed under the radar of the Federal Investigation Bureau. Dr. Lazarus said current measures remain inadequate, stressing that public perception should be a key focus in effort to curb the menace. He equally mentioned, to get more results in reducing what the cyber guys are doing, the governments in these countries need to do much more than what they are doing. One angle of improvement is the issue of public perception. Many people in Ghana and Nigeria perceive these cybercrime cases as not a problem, comparing them instead to corruption in government. If they had a legitimate way of earning a substantial income, would they be engaged in cybercrime? So the issue of perception is a good place to start. The public perception also offers some level of social legitimacy for these types of things, he explained. Dr. Lazarus cautioned that relying solely on arrest and imprisonment will not deter young people from engaging in cyber fraud unless credible alternatives are made available. What are the alternatives available to them? After graduation, what are the options available to students? He asked. He further pointed out that without scholarships, job opportunities, and stronger social support systems, many young people will continue to resort to both legitimate and illegitimate means of survival. And that was coming from a cyber criminal expert, Mr. Lazarus, Suleiman Lazarus, and then he mentioned that he's urging that cybercrime in Ghana and Nigeria and West Africa should not only be tackled with arrest and prosecution, but also by addressing youth unemployment, poverty, and public perception. He equally noted that many young people see cyber fraud, which we know in this country as Yahoo, fraud, Sakawa, and all of that, as a survival strategy, comparing it to corruption among political elites. He warns that without scholarships, job opportunities, and stronger social safety net, young people will keep resorting to cybercrime. He calls for a holistic approach, including public education and economic opportunities and social support. And that was coming from a cybercrime expert, Dr. Suleiman Lazarus. Ms. Regina, kindly share your thoughts with me on this.
Okay. So, from what he has said, there are I would say what I was happy about is the fact that he also admits that aside arrest, we need to make sure that they provide job opportunities for these people. After graduation, after service, after your education, what next? We have people who are engineers, we have people who are nurses, we have people who have gone into who have passed through, let me say, the education sector, but at the end of the day, they are just home. What should they use their certificate for? With the young fan is a Ghana and Podie, a Juma Wahakakra, Nigeria. These people have to leave their countries, come into other people's countries to make sure that they are able to fend for themselves. Cybercrime, let's be honest, cybercrime is one issue that can never ever be eradicated. They can't take it out because these people are used to it. Nipa no ye ejuma kra no odufiepe, he or she is going back to his or her laptop to make sure that they continue speaking to their clients. And we might think that this cybercrime or you can say frauding, it's not really a big issue, and as it's just a simple tax, but it's a very very difficult.
Why you do that?
It's difficult now. The sleepless nights, because what time or hanum no if anything and you may also down and see, and that's the time you get to really interact with the person. But if you wait till the next day, or no, so I want so koda. Oh, yes, that time so no babe bonkomo. So these people, they go through sleepless nights. I have friends like that, and I'll be like, so why don't you stop and go and sell something? And what the friends is, I mean, in the panic, 3 months, jackpots now may hit, and it's more than your 1 year salary, and it's true.
It's true.
It's more than our 1 year salary, because these people are getting a lot of money out of this. And it's not only about cybercrime, but these people go beyond cybercrime, because it will get to a point where, imagine, as a normal human being like me, you keep on asking me for money randomly every day, to get to a point I'll get tired of you. Some people go the extra length to make sure they add other spiritual stuffs to it, to make sure say you are able to be controlled. No munya there also munya. So the cybercrime there, let's be honest, I think it will be very difficult to be very difficult.
Right. Miss Debbie.
So I think most African countries, let me say, most African countries are one of the most poorest countries. Not as if we are not blessed with everything we have, we do. But we, the people, the citizens within the country, do not feel the essence of what we have, the resources we have. And so what do? We tend to find solution elsewhere where we believe can actually help us. And we have people as young as, let me say, 15, and they are the one catering for their homes. They are the one feeding the whole family. And at that young age, what do you expect the person to do? And one of the things that as a youth coming up, we feel like it's you get more money into it from it, or you enrich yourself with. It has to do with this scam and fraud. That is the only way people find it to be something easy to do. Where they fraud people, they take your money from your account, they do all sorts of things. And if we feel like we want to arrest them, because all the time it is only we arrest them, and it ends there. We don't think ahead. What can we do to stop this? How do we prevent these people from accessing people's accounts? Because my bank account, I know you have a password. Even when you want to withdraw money at ATM, you have a password. Even your Momo, you have a password. But we still have people who can do everything possible, and then they can withdraw money for your account. Sometimes they don't call you to ask you your PIN personally, but they go through things. Most of these cyber people who involved in this fraud and stuff, and they have a lot of in-depth knowledge about all these things, even more than some cyber security personnel. And so they know their way, how to manage their way around this whole issue and then get access to your money, and then they get hold of it. So what do? Now, unemployment, as they stated, is one. We don't create jobs. Then that is why I say African countries, we have a problem. We have everything. We have the resources. We have everything, but we are the poorest because, in as much as we have all these things, we still go out there to seek for help. And even the minerals we mine, 100%, we take only 10%. We don't even refine it in our country. We send it outside, and when they are done, they take the 90%. They give us the 10%, and they keep on enriching themselves whilst we wallow in poverty. And so we have to create jobs for these people. And aside that, I think we have AI. We can use an AI-driven threat detection. So we analyze pattern to detect some of these anomalies, okay, like cyber attacks, offering proactive protection. And I believe that, as I said, this PIN code stuff, we should go beyond that. Like PIN, your personal PIN, personal identification number.
So when it goes beyond that, what's the other alternative?
I'm coming. I've said something here. Add layers of security beyond password using biometric and behavioral authentication.
Behavioral
authentication.
I'm a bit lost.
You're a bit lost. Okay. So we have to go beyond. We using the personal, like the PIN code they've been giving us, the password and stuffs. And then we find means and ways to, bring in something different.
Okay.
Something different from the personal pins we use. So it's not only about we coming to preach about technology this, technology that. We have to push people to go and learn about that. But aside that, like, what can we produce from it? See, a lot of the Western world, they are moving ahead because they make use of these things. AI, was it generated in Africa? No. It was generated from the Western world. And then the whole world is using it. They brought it up. They are making good use of the technology and whatsoever they are learning. But we are learning is what can we produce from that? So if we can go beyond, because even, what's the name? Your Ghana card. A man was interviewed, and he was like, when you're going to register for your Ghana card or your personal voter's ID, immediately they take the information. They should have a data about it. So anytime you're going to register another card like that, they should just go into the system and then get it. But we live in a country where the number of times you go in for a number card, you are still supposed to file, write your name, follow some procedures. And every day they take these things. And we have people who actually have access to those data. Because a person called me one day. I don't know the person called my name. How did he get my name? I don't know you from anywhere. You called my number and then you mentioned my name, that you've sent an amount into my account and you want me to send it to you. So these people actually have personal access to all these things. So if you're talking about cyber security, it's a whole lot. And as much as we want to prevent this, I think with our cyber security personnel, they have to learn more. They have to come up with more. It shouldn't be only the one-way solution to all this. But we find a permanent solution to cyber crime. I'm not sure we can curb it. And also to create jobs for these people and educate them.
But looking at this argument that Dr. Lazarus is making, don't you think that is going to, make it normal for you to say that, since they are saying that's a survival strategy, why don't you just involve in it? Because there's no job. When you finish graduation, you don't get to work. And looking at our system now, it's about who you know. If you don't know anybody,
don't you know protocol?
Don't you think this will normalize it? Why not that he's making this argument? Because me, if I don't have a job and then I see this thing on social media and I see it on the news, they said cybercrime is a survival strategy. Why won't you just involve in it? Looking at the aspect he's coming from, that's public perception, society perception. In a way, he's trying to put it in the minds of people that cybercrime, I don't know if you get my point. Cyber crime is actually a a survival strategy. So why don't you just involve in it? Because there are no jobs. They have to understand that there are no jobs. So this is what I'll do, and there's nothing you can do about it. So let's normalize it and see it to be like legal or maybe outright.
No, he's telling you there are no jobs, and then he brought out alternatives.
All right.
He didn't just say that there are no jobs, and so go into it. But what he's saying is true. That is the only survival means for a lot of youth. But he's saying that it's a survival strategy. Doesn't mean that you should go into it. He had a lot of things. He said it's a survival strategy. But to stop this, what are we supposed to do? To create jobs. It's not only about arrest. So when you see this and you want to, sometimes when you read the book, you know the parts like you're so interested in. You don't just pick everything. So if you read this whole thing and then you feel like the only point you underline is survival strategy, so you want to dive into it, that one, you have made a fool out of yourself. So he's saying that shouldn't give you that go ahead that because it's a survival strategy, so that is the only means you can survive. No. And it's true that a lot of people graduate and they don't have work to do.
And they don't have work.
You've gone to school to learn, and then at the end of the day, you become a liability to the family. And I say, I'm sure someone could school, free do, what's up, baby, like, you get that whole thing. So the best thing is, what can we do?
What can we do?
Create jobs. That is the best thing.
Hi.
And you as an individual too, you should create something for yourself.
You should create something for yourself. Thank you. Mama calls for strategic investments in youth-led sectors to tackle Africa's job crisis. President John Dramani Mahama has urged African governments to shift their economic planning towards deliberate investments in youth-driven sectors such as fintech, the creative industries, and renewable energy in order to harness the continent's demographic advantage and create sustainable jobs. Speaking at a private-public partnership dialogue during the Tokyo International Conference on African Development, President Mahama emphasized that Africa's overwhelmingly young population must be at the center of development strategies. President Mahama also argued that the global shift to a knowledge economy demands a reorientation of priorities. He explained that Africans' youth are gravitating towards emerging industries that differ from the traditional economic sectors. Highlighting the record $4.2 billion invested in African startups in 2024, he described fintech as a primary example of youth-led innovation, noting its rapid expansion across the continent and the fact that it is mainly driven by smart tech savvy youth. He cited a Ghanaian example where a youth-led fintech platform transformed agricultural support systems by replacing outdated methods with digital solutions. That was coming from President John Dramani Mahama, and he's calling on African governments to prioritize investment in youth-led sectors like fintech, renewable energy, and the creative industries to address the continent's growing unemployment crisis. And he made this statement during a conference in Tokyo on African development, where he urged that Africa's youth population is its greatest asset, but traditional job creation avenues like agriculture and manufacturing cannot absorb the millions entering the job market each year. Instead, he urged bold policies that support startups and innovative youth enterprises, highlighting fintech as an example where young Africans are already leading transformative change. That was coming from President John Dramani Mahama. But do you think the startup businesses we have in these countries are growing? Looking at the submission he's making. Ms. Debbie.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure you're having a positive outcome from it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure it's because of that they brought this Ejumawura, right? And that as well is to create jobs for the people.
Yes.
And also to push this youth into that. And then when you pick us, I'll still use African countries, for example. We have to invest into this, especially entrepreneurship.
Mm-hmm.
You have to invest into that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Because of late, let me tell you first, people don't really want to engage into them creating their own businesses. But now, even in senior high school, you have people that are doing business. Even at the university, we have people that are doing business.
Business as in selling.
Like as in selling, yes,
Okay.
selling. Wholesaling, like they go for it and then they sell it themselves. Online businesses, people do it. But how can the government also support them? The government can only do his best, but also creating some, investing into it, and then educating these people to dive more or take advantage over it. I can't remember when they released a fund for the Jumaura program, and they were actually calling on this youth to take advantage over it, so they can make good use of it. So when we invest into it, and so actually, even when you invest into it, you don't need to come and tell them that come and take advantage of it. They themselves will want to do it, because we have a lot in Ghana here. We have a lot of private-owned businesses that train people for free. You don't actually pay anything, but the only issue is after you are done with it, how to start it yourself is a problem because they don't have the capital. So with that, investing in, that is why I like it when he went out there to collaborate with these people. The government cannot do it alone. So with that, it's a good call. It is.
It is. Miss Regina, why do you think most startup businesses collapse in our country? Not just in our country per se, but in Africa as a whole.
Okay, so startup businesses, I think the little I know, it's not only about the money, but money is a major contributing factor. If a business has to stand on its ground, you need the capital to start. So putting money aside, sometimes it's not only about money, but stricter monitoring oversight. You need to make sure that whatever you are doing is strictly monitored. You put in the discipline, the time, the energy, but most of the times most people don't do it. We always use private sectors, for example. When you come into the private sector, I would say that should I say, in as much as working conditions ensure that 100%, but it's better than some of the public sectors. And also when you look at monitoring, stricter monitoring in private sectors is stricter than the public sectors. And when you come into the private sector, when we talk about productivity, it is more than the public sectors. So I think that it's high time the government or startup businesses adapt to or adopt certain measures when it comes to the private sectors. We always say ushe obidie. Then you also adopt to those measures. Then you make sure that you implement it into your business. So it's all about putting capital aside. It's all about evaluation, transparency, stricter oversight, supervision, and all that.
But do you think the government as a whole is not prioritizing this startup businesses we have right there in our country?
They are prioritizing it though.
Oh, you've seen
Ghana here.
Yes, in Ghana.
They are.
Here.
They are. They are prioritized. Unless you have another definition of how they are not prioritizing.
How
it.
they are not.
But have you seen something they are doing that shows
I haven't seen any of such a thing. I haven't seen any of, like, as in the government prioritizing these people or maybe collaborating or giving them that kind of like exposure for people to even.
They are not doing
They
it.
do.
They are doing it.
They do. Let Joy News. They used to do a fair, and I think CTTV they do.
Okay.
They do a fair where it is only for entrepreneurs, and even sometimes governments they do it. And then they call these media houses. You display your goods, and sometimes you have to talk about it, and then give your reasons why you think the government should support you. And after that, I think there is a sum of money to give to you. They sell you out, and then people from different class, even some people outside Ghana also come, and then they come to see it. So they do. It is one of the topmost priority. Seriously, in this country they do. When it has to do it,
Startups.
yes.
The government. You think the government is doing fantastic, supporting these
Not
people?
really, but they are doing their best.
They are doing their best.
Not really, but they
Okay.
are doing their best.
All right.
But they mentioned the creative aspect.
The creative aspect too. Do you see that?
Yeah, they are collapse. No, that's why they don't invest in.
You don't even see the
we
creative. But
don't.
why don't you think the government doesn't invest or prioritize these people? Is it that they see them not to be serious, or
Number one, that is it. They see it not to be serious,
or they don't even classify that as an industry?
That is one. I don't know. That is one thing. One, they don't classify it as you said, and two, they see the creative industry as one of unserious, excuse me, and they see it to be an industry that is at the verge of collapse. So what is the essence of me investing into it? But
don't you think that is the time that they have to channel more energy into that particular industry too?
We have to, but it will only start when you, the one in the creative sector, it shows the one supporting you that you are capable of doing what you want to do. Like, maybe you are capable of improving and doing like your best. Because if the government is investing, then you have to do your possible best to also sell the country. So the more we watch Nigerian movie, the more we learn a lot, some things about their culture, something about the way of their things, and indirectly they are selling the country to us. I've never been to Nigeria, but I know some of their states. I know their names. I know the cultures and then the food they eat.
And even the language they speak.
So they sell it to us. You have to do something of that sort. If the government wants to invest, then you should also prove to him, or I'm classifying him because I feel like it is he that is leading.
Yeah, it's he that
it is he that is leading. You have to prove to him that you are capable of what you want to do. And I think this bashing of each other online is not necessary.
It's not necessary.
Main reason why I will not even invest.
Main reason why you know
yes, because you are tarnishing the industry.
But I don't think if he doesn't want to invest, he would even in the first place appoint some of them to be.
So coming to that, I wanted to ask how satisfied are you with how this current government is treating the creative industry so far?
Oh, I think so far he's treating them well. So at least every when your appointment, you say when your appointments, no, it's up to you to make sure that you how would I say it? You have an impact. I think the main reason why most of these people were appointed was because they are already in that sector and they have a fair knowledge about it. So this is not the time where other actors or other people in it will be like, blah blah blah. So now, at least I feel the government have done their part to make sure that they appoint these people, but it's also up to them. It's like up to now, I don't even see anything when it comes to the creative industry.
Creative industry.
I feel like they are trying.
They're trying.
President Mahama held is it a night or something I don't remember.
Is it Black Star?
Yes, Black Star something, and it has to do with all creatives, and he said the next time they will host that program, he will come and dance and do some way. So you see, it's a way of trying to push them up, but you have to push yourself a bit. Let them know that at least Ghana movie industry they go.
Oh, don't say that. But what can we do as a country to resurrect the industry?
I remember one actor came out to say that they have to go back to CD and add YouTube, and I was like, go back to CD. Why? Like, why? And one actor also came out to say that the moment YouTube started to say Eba, they should have also adapted that culture. But they didn't. They were so focused on CD. And then me catch them say, "Mama, me CD. Me
you don't even have deck.
You don't
and put the CD.
It's all about going to YouTube, just searching the name. That is it.
And it's even easy. Better than you going to the market, then you'll be showing the title to them.
The title,
you get it.
And then give it
you know when you go to Accra, I don't know. Yeah, I think Accra there's a spot where back on any panel that's on CD. So
yeah,
CD.
So you have people who are still using deck.
People
still use
come
it.
to my house.
Really?
Hey,
My
you
father-
have deck.
My father is using CD to play music.
Okay, you see,
Yeah.
with the elders, it's something that.
They are used to it.
About young Kolana,
Hey.
yeah, Banu, the youth,
Lethargic babies.
babies. Yeah, so
My dad still uses CD. He has
Very
a
difficult.
lot of CD for music.
Oh, okay.
That's
when the world is evolving, you also
Evolving.
need to evolve. So
Yeah.
you don't have to be stuck.
he's
At one
equally
point.
evolving because now he uses pen drive
You
with
get
music
it.
box.
You get it. Yes, I sure, Anna.
He's-
So, one thing I also realized that it's not as if we lack creative, but unity. And I feel like, okay, if I share my idea with Regina will
Maybe,
do it, and she will be recommended.
I
instead
think
of
I think that is
Exactly.
what is worrying the creative
That is
industry.
it. Example, I'm not saying that Lewin is not good. Lewin is very, very good. But the movie he produced, Ibrahim Traore, he wrote it all. But he should have gotten someone
To play the role
of Ibrahim Traore, like the movie will sell out big time.
But he played the role of
He
Ibrahim.
played the role himself.
Or is it that we are tired of seeing the same faces?
Yeah, sometimes it's
It
like
is.
that.
And
Sometimes
when
it's
you bring
like
in
that.
different people, it changes like the whole movie.
And I'll have that zeal to
To
go and watch it.
Yes, but you see, we already have that notion that he's not so good in English. It's not as if we are undermining him more, but at least see Nigerians. Sometimes those actors they produce movie, but they don't act the movie themselves.
They don't act the movie
They
themselves.
bring in actresses. They
Yeah.
pay them.
Yeah.
So we should
And
start from that.
with what she's saying, the little I can add up to it, time, the little I can add up to it, it's high time we start appreciating talent. This young boy, Islamic Prince on TikTok,
Yeah.
action. You know he's in Nigeria
He's
now.
in Nigeria now.
Big actors and actresses.
That's the job he has created here for
Yes.
himself.
When he started, I was like, Danny, what is this? But now he's there
making
making
money,
it.
Yeah.
Once
He's
we
making
can
money.
make good use
Yeah.
of him right here.
Right here. Even for comedy
Yeah.
movies.
Ah,
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
of late, one thing I've realized about these actors in Ghana, immediately they know that they're making a name for themselves. They leave the country to Nigeria.
and that's all.
They're making.
I'll go
big
to
time
where I
money.
think I'll grow.
Yeah.
They're
That's
making
it.
Big time money.
Yeah. So that was coming from President John Dramani Mahama,
wait,
urging African governments to prioritize investment
You know
in
the-
youth-led sectors like the fintech,
You know Lowen's movie. He has
the
he has been
renewable
nominated
energy,
for an
and the
award.
creative industries as well, to address governments or continents' growing unemployment crisis right here in the country. So he's urging all African leaders to, invest in youth-led sectors. The youth sectors, they like tech a lot. They like fintech, renewable energy, the creative industries. These are all youth-led youth-led sectors that governments need to invest in, and he's urging these African leaders to prioritize that. All right. Thank you so much for joining us in the News and Live Review. Up next, we have Debbie's Girl.
Welcome to Debbie's Grill, where we talk about issues that concern the state, void of politics, fear, or favor. MPP flag bearer aspirant and former Asin Central Member of Parliament, Kennedy Ohene Japan, has called for an end to what he described as unnecessary politicization of critical national matters following the recent military helicopter crash. In an interview he shared, he lamented the tendency of political actors, particularly from opposition parties, to exploit national debate for partisan gain, warning that such conduct weakens Ghana's collective progress. He specifically cited the long-standing controversy over the proposed controversy under the Akufo-Addo's administration. So Kennedy Ohene Japan is saying that we are over politicizing issues in the country. And I wouldn't say he's wrong. He's perfectly right. 100% right. We politicize every issue. Things that we believed to be something to help us. Because my party is not in power, I'm going to rubbish whatever the current administration is in power brings on board. I'm going to rubbish it. And you know what it does to us? At the end, it delays our progress as a nation. And we are all going to suffer it together. And that is why we don't see progress. In all sectors, we are lacking. And it has become a norm. It has become so normalized that everyone does it. All politicians does it. They don't see it as something very bad. No, they don't. They politicize issues that don't need to be politicized. And then we throw issues away. Issues that need public attention. Issues that need urgent attention. We trash them because we politicize it. If not for politics, we should have been able to complete all those start projects in the bushes. But no, we don't. Because CPP started and PPP, I'm coming on board. I'm not going to complete it. When I complete it, CPP will be recommended and I will not be recommended. It's in my nyakranke. But you have forgotten that that project was built up at the expense of the taxpayer. Imagine project that was started way back from former Kufuor's time till now was completed. Trust me, by now we wouldn't be struggling. We will not be struggling at all in terms of education, in terms of healthcare, and in all sectors we wouldn't be lacking behind. But we are lacking behind because when a government comes into power and then he starts a project, the next government that comes doesn't want to complete it. For personal reasons known to themselves, they politicize it. They'll end up bringing issues that does not even relate with that matter. And then they'll try their possible means and they won't do it. It was very nice. Kufuor started a project. Atamels came on board. He completed it together. They commissioned it. Did he die? No. Did his name change from being Atamels? No. Did Kufuor's name change? No. So then why are we doing all this to ourselves? Why do we politicize everything? If we want to see progress, then we have to bring a stop to all these things. If we don't bring a stop to all this, we're not going to see progress as a country. We are not going to see progress. And it is when a government is bringing something on board, the opposition feels this is the chance for me to explore. And so they'll come in, bring in a negative comment. And then the good the current administration is bringing on board, it becomes a trash. And they'll find their possible means and ways to convince people. And because we the citizens ourselves was baptized in politics, and so we are blind enough to see the good deeds. And so the rubbishes our face with politics, with negative comment, and then it ends there. And we keep on suffering. And this will continue if we don't sit down and tell ourselves that this needs to stop. I believe if you are in opposition, you should be a support to the government in power. Whether it's MPP that is in power and NDC is in opposition, whether it's NDC that is in power and MPP is in opposition, whether it's CPP, PPP, NDP, and all the PPPs in power. The opposition should support them. Because you don't know, maybe you will come into power next. And if the current administration should lay the foundation, when you come, the only thing you will do is to build on it. You build to where your strength can take you. And then the next person that comes in continues with that. I think Ghana will be a very glamorous country. But when we feel like, no, I won't do it, and all the time we are signing projects for people, bringing out money, signing money for projects, and also the money has been aside. I was listening to a member of parliament where he said the Agenda 11 hospital they said they built, the one they've completed, no equipment. So no equipment. What is the current administration? What are they supposed to do? Let's do away with politics. The best thing is to provide the equipment and everything, and we move ahead from there. When the NDC came into power, they also started with e-blocks. They built it in a lot of regions. Some they were done. The only thing left is for the previous administration should just to commission it. Some it was to just provide decks and books and some stuffs. But they didn't do it. And this one, are we doing ourselves, or we will sit back somewhere and say that it is the work of the devil, or it is the enemy that is fighting against us? I believe we Ghanaians, I'm not sure we have enemies. We might have enemies, but we are our own enemies. We are our own enemies, and that is why we see no progress. And that is why we keep marking time all the time. Because we can't figure out our mistakes. And we keep repeating the same mistake. As if it has been something that has been laid down. So everybody that comes, they are also doing the same thing. This current government are also bringing out initiative. I know they will start. They will not be able to finish it. The next government that will come on board will also not complete it. They will also go to parliament, bring a new initiative, disburse money. They will also start. They won't complete it. And then it continues like that. And we, the citizens, are suffering. Because at the end of it all, most of them do not even stay in the country. You and I, do you have a visa? You might have a passport, but do you have a visa? Do you have the money to travel out? You don't. You don't even have the money to go out and cure yourself. But these people, they travel in and out to the Western world like the way you travel to your hometown. They do not care. And our leaders, please, when you get there, you work in the favor of the people. It looks as if of late when they are being given the power, they forget about what they are supposed to do. And then they allow politics to blindfold them. No one is saying don't do your dirty politics. But aside that, when it has to do with developmental projects, let's focus on it and do it. And do away with the politics. Else we will keep marking time. We always claim to be independent, but we are not. We are dependent. And all these are factors. So we sit down and pinpoint the mistakes, work on it. We will keep marking time. Thank you for making time with me on Debbie's Grill.
Today in history.
Today in history 2022, Arise Ghana Group organized Chrome Ayeshe demo in Kumasi. In keeping with their objective of championing the interests and welfare of Ghanaians, Ghanaians from all walks of life congregated in the Garden City to protest against excruciating economic hardships imposed on them by Akufo-Addo Bawumia government. Shootings continue at Ruby Ridge in the second day of a standoff at Randy Weaver's remote northern Idaho cabin atop Ruby Ridge. FBI sharpshooter Lon wounds Randy Weaver and Kevin Harris and then kills Weaver's wife. Demonstrators disrupt Republican National Convention in Miami Beach. Delegates entering the Republican National Convention in Miami Beach are harassed by 3,000 anti-war demonstrators, many painted with death marks. Czech protest against Soviet invasion in the streets of Prague and in the United Nations headquarters in New York City. Czechs protest against the Soviet invasion of their nation. The protest served to highlight the brutality of the Soviet action. Looking at some observances. This day is observed as International Day commemorating the victims of acts of violence based on religion or belief. It is to honor and support victims' religiously motivated violence, condemn such acts, and advocate for everyone's right to freedom of religion or belief. The day raises awareness of the persecution, discrimination, and violence faced by many people due to their faith or beliefs, and calls on states to protect human rights and promote a culture of tolerance and respect. This day is observed Be an Angel Day. It is observed to encourage acts of compassion, goodwill, and selfless service towards others. It is a day to inspire people to act like angels, offering support and care to those in need through simple gestures, charity, or thoughtful actions that uplift the lives of others. Lastly, World Jollof Rice Day, celebrated annually, is an occasion to honor jollof rice, a beloved and iconic West African dish that originated in the Wolof Empire. The day celebrates the dish's rich cultural heritage. It is its role at gatherings and parties, and the passionate, often light-hearted debate known as Jollof War about which country makes the best version, highlighting the dish's deep significance and cultural pride in the region. And that's all for today on Today in History and Observances, live on GhanaTalks Breakfast Show.
Thank you so much, Miss Regina. And then the jollof. Anna, but which country has the best jollof?
Ghana. It is only between two countries, Nigeria and Ghana.
But we have most countries that prepare jollof.
But it's between Ghana and Nigeria.
America can't.
Baby.
US.
No one can say come for jollof. Yeah, jollof. African is jollof. So it is Ghana.
Miss Regina.
Yeah.
On say.
Obviously Ghana and Nigeria for Modi in
Why
jollof.
Why Ghana? Is it because you're living in Ghana?
No.
Oh,
See,
relax.
when we come to African countries,
Yeah.
I can boast of Ghana's dish to
Yeah.
be one of the most insight, very palatable and attractive. We share, me say last time TikTok say other African countries, then they'll be displaying their food. I'll be like, what is this? What
I
is
don't know, but
this?
Ghana, they
Indeed.
are blessed, so
Oh, no.
every region with their dishes, and it's nice.
Yeah, it is nice.
Very nice.
But yeah, in say other African countries for maybe an
Oh,
but the sight of it is not pleasing.
To
But
the
Ebia
eye.
would is nice.
Maybe they didn't garnish it one. Maybe
Oh,
what? So
Ghana
far.
dear,
Oh,
omo
yeah.
ya dear.
So-
Omo bia, and the crown, the sight of it. Ah, may say.
Has na watching our best spec in the sieve. And so do you watching
And
any
yet
day? Any night packaging.
Packaging.
So today breakfast, make sure you eat jollof. Today is World Jollof Day, and
I think this one should be like you preparing it.
prepare it
Yourself.
yourself
Mhm.
with some tuna, amaya.
Hey.
My goddess.
We say, Janine, near the crown man in a woman.
Different tastes. You are eating, but you're in heaven.
See the way they are.
I'm just praying that one day when we get to heaven, we will eat like food and
And they won't
kasa.
did
In heaven, there is no beer. There's no food in
Have you
heaven.
been there before?
So eat all the food you want to eat right? When you're on earth. Since I say life is short, Didi. All right. So today is World Jollof Day, so make sure you have a taste of jollof today. All right. Okay, thank you so much for joining us on the first segment of the GhanaTalks Breakfast Show. We're going for the news.
Hello Ghana, hello worldwide, I'm Mr. Level Bam. Now listen, every Tuesday and Friday, beyond the time it's going to carry bro. Our Ghana Talks Radio, 7 p.m. sharp. Now Tuesday, we're gonna talk about our culture, our history. Martini Ding said about Sam. No, on the Friday, you bars on bars. You better rap, you better say no artists go join me in the studio. We're gonna discuss about music and business. Or you singer and now you rapper, you think say you get bars. You go fit spit fire now. Listen, make you join me with studios. Our Ghana Talks Radio and you say then our day. Me say download the Ghana Talks Radio app no. Our Play Store and the App Store. Not tune in and say this what I say about live on Facebook, Cointakra, any Ghana Talks Radio page and so now listen. About your fire. 1 year, Konya, Wading,
We bring you local news, business news, international, sports, and entertainment news. Right here on GTR.
Welcome to the morning news on Ghana Talks Radio. Coming up, Health Minister vows to safeguard healthcare professionals. Police nabs 8 suspects in connection to Ablekuma North election violence. Ghana Revenue Authority eyes further VAT reduction through technology. 6,000 police officers deployed for Akotia by-election. There is a many more coming up shortly in business, sports and showbiz. Minister of Health Kwabena Mintah Kandor has strongly condemned attacks on health professionals. He made this statement after an incident victim clashed with health workers over alleged delays in treatment. Mr. Kandor emphasized that protecting health officials is paramount and must be a national priority. He also assured the public of the government's commitment to ensure the safety of health facilities.
Reiterate to the whole country that irrespective of the level of provocation at any health facility in this country, nobody, irrespective of your status in society, absolutely nobody has the right to attack any health professional in this country. That is the gravamen of the issue. No diversionary tactics about handshaking. That is what we must concentrate on, to send a clear signal that our health professionals working at the various health facilities are safe. And so after the engagement with the management, when I pulled out of the ward, then in fact, in the engagement with the management, I made it clear to them that I had listened to their side of the story. And therefore, as a minister, I will also listen to the other side of the story. And I then constituted a committee to look into the matter, bring out recommendations for implementation. A lawyer, a nurse, a medical doctor, an auditor, an HR person to go into the matter. Now, when I pulled out, my attention was drawn to a gentleman called Ralph, who was at the center of the controversy. And so he was working towards us as a group. The medical director was with me. The deputy director general was also with me. Then I asked, why did you do this, gentleman? When I asked, most of you were there. I mean, the press, you were there. So you can attest to what I'm saying. You were there with me. When I asked him, the gentleman then stretched his hand, shaking me and trying to whisper something into my ears. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point, should I push the guy that don't whisper anything into my ears? Should I snub him? Should I shout at him? Even if that guy has been prosecuted and sentenced to life imprisonment, and he stretches his hand to shake me, as a minister, as a public officer, I have the duty to stretch and greet him. So let us not reduce the fact that I shook hands with him does not mean that I should stop any measure or any steps that the ministry or government will take to unravel the situation. And so I understand, on a more lighter note, I have been reminded of the fact that I'm a farmer. Yes, nobody needs to remind me. I'm a proud farmer, and everybody knows it. Not until my appointment, I was one of the largest rice farmers in this country, and I'm proud of that.
You heard from the Minister of Health, Minta Akando. The Inspector General of Police, Christian Tete Yohonu, has confirmed the arrest of 8 individuals linked to the violence that disrupted the rerun elections. The suspects arrested by the Accra Regional Police Command are currently being processed and expected to be arraigned before court on Friday, 22nd. It will be recalled that the rerun in Ablekuma North was marked by clashes, resulting in assault of 3 journalists and a former member of parliament for Ewutu Senya East, Hawa Kumsen. The IGP assured that the police administration remains committed to ensuring justice.
Challenge this, the incidents that happened either currently or in the past. We can't say anything that will say that we did the right thing. And then we have to let some of the things put apart. Let's put them behind us. And we are assuring you, my administration, we want to assure you that these things will not happen again. If you look at what happened at Ablekuma North, the incident of our senior police officer that day spoiled the whole day. Immediately I have to meet my former members to decide on action to take. So within the shortest possible time, we have to withdraw this policeman officer, and quickly we also, what we did was that we have to interdict him. When you are interdicted, your uniform is taken away from you. You cannot go back to work. But there's rumor going on that we have just transferred the policeman from where he is to another police station, which is never true. It is not true. He's on interdiction, and when you are interdicted, we go through all the due process, using our service instructions, and then internal disciplinary actions are taken against you. And then the same police officer is also facing the criminal action. Touching still on the Ablekuma North, there were these assault issues that were mentioned, and then the Accra Regional Commander Assad yesterday had got 8 suspects. 8 suspects have been arrested. Yesterday, they are being processed, and from the advice I had from the regional commander means that tomorrow they will put them before court. Later, either tomorrow or Friday, one of these days, all these suspects will be put before court.
The Ghana Revenue Authority is working on value-added tax reforms aimed at simplifying the tax system. Ghana Revenue Authority Commissioner Anthony Sapon mentioned that the current 20% VAT rate, although relatively high, is an improvement from the previous rate of 22%. He suggested that leveraging technology to bring more people into the tax net could facilitate further rate reduction.
Really, the 22% is the decoupling and then the COVID levy. Once you remove the decoupling and the COVID levy, the standard VAT rate is 15. Then you have NHIS and Get Fund, 2.5. So it becomes a nominal 20%. So the simple mathematics, that's what we're going by. Ghanaians will enjoy the relief. They will see the vision of President His Excellency John Dramani Mahama as a government that want to reform tax measures, make tax affordable, simple for the business people to operate, so that overall, when the business environment is good, we can generate the needed domestic mobilization.
Commissioner General, I mean,
relatively, but you should know that that's a very leap jump. When you move, you lose revenue from 22 to 20. But that's the journey, and that's why we are complementing with technology. I want to believe that once we are successful with the implementation of technology and we rope in a lot more VAT payers onto the net, and we are able to generate the needed revenue, nothing stops government to even reduce it further. But starting from 22 to 20 is a very good start.
Member of Parliament for Adensi Asokwa KT Hammond plans to appeal the 60,000 cost awarded against him after the Obuasi High Court dismissed his parliamentary election petition. The court dismissed the petition on August 19, 2025, describing it as a waste of the court's time. Justice Kwabena Chumesi struck out the case due to Hammond's repeated absence from proceedings on 3 occasions. The former Member of Parliament's decision to appeal the ruling court will take him to the Court of Appeal.
Yeah, two about the way, you know, Ankoye. But I make an asada na me hon shada and family papa. And she said, "What near Messi Krubna media, you know, na pop square. Timmy me share okay money. But na kono. Ya ballot box in your Kohun Benito Hospital or Lumpase, Utra from Asan Wako Lumpase, as well as you, or you Kohuno. Yes, and she made a petition at the Mawomo. Some more na yadia muye, mentiasi. Amrano Macquanza, a better collusion, the collusion, no, say be and cost square. Now, as a this matter is going back to court in another shape. Yes. A petition one idea Mirando, smart bede my electoral commission for no man shut down Kaka home be and they call electoral petition. I require my animal lawyer form where you know time no man can be in the copper home one day. No do court to one get caught upon. That was when I was home, she's time no a pound one day, you know, the wound is out of I feel a pack one day. I'm a share me, Manadania digging. I'm a sure my wood the fire, case via Osha is a Manano tab, no, be at my chair. And as I do 12 o'clock, the tab, no, checking in, I know. Okay, lawyer for moon years, no person may because tab no matter how my pound there. And no, ne kwesi ya omukoya. Na ono kra chi ni wunzuro ai manso ya o de ni ade. Wo si ya se wu dwane ya so se MP en se wo de ye chini ya ko ya kwansere mu a wote ye ko parliament believe no ko ho bai wo ha. Esa de bi ma speaker de bi ma clerk antimi oyina wa bia na wato wirem. Ansa na court ma yi se ye bi a further substitution substitute service. I feel you say young Fabian fan the phone, so your phone number. Young Quanify gate the Hore Fabian bomb prego, you have a mobile, you have very some more court, and I feel as well. And I'm a lawyer for the Koshe Muno. I'm saying, I'm saying, I want time now, pound back. Technical says, it's fine. Now, I can be busy a lawyer for no, or my rules, no, deeper lawyer crowd, or your mamma, no, or no grand.
In business, the Industrial and Commercial Workers Union of Ghana has urged the government to revive the operations of key state-owned enterprises. The union expressed concerns that companies such as Napoleon Ghana Limited, Akosombo Industrial Company Limited, among others, are in a dire need of a facelift to enhance their productivity and operations. Speaking at the 12th Delegates Conference on Thursday, August 21st, the General Secretary of the Union, Morgan, stated that the revival of these enterprises could play a crucial role in creating sustainable employment chances for the country's youth. We call on the government to revive distressed state-owned enterprises, many of which, if rejuvenated, would drastically reduce youth unemployment. These include Napoleon Ghana Limited, Cocoa Processing Company, New Times Corporation, Graphic Communication Group Limited, and Akosombo Industrial Company Limited. Government must act decisively to reinstate these enterprises and create sustainable jobs for the youth, he stated. However, the Minister for Jobs, Labour and Employment, Dr. Abdul Rashid Pelpo, called for collaboration and dialogue to address all concerns and reach an amicable solution. To create a collaborative and supportive work environment, the role of employers is key in fostering employee motivation and productivity. Fair wages and benefits are drivers of employee motivation. Employees feel valued and recognized for their contributions and are more likely to engage and be productive. Investing in the training and development of employees with the necessary skills and knowledge will not only enhance their performance but also boost their confidence and promote work-life balance, reduce stress, improve morale, and increase job satisfaction. This requires fostering a culture of togetherness and teamwork at the workplace for increased collaboration and productivity, he said. Baba Hammond has been appointed country manager for boat business in Ghana, tasked with growing our business travel offering. She joined Boat over 5 years ago as the first boat business employee in Ghana. After spending 8 months in boat ride customer support, her career trajectory has been remarkable, rising from business specialist to business development manager in 2021, and later advancing to senior business development manager. Before joining Boat 7.5 years ago, Baba spent over 3 years at ACCA. In her new role, she will spearhead strategic growth initiatives and lead team expansion, focusing on helping Ghanaian businesses unlock more cost-effective and flexible alternatives to traditional corporate travel through boat business. Regional manager at Boat Business said they are thrilled to see the progress of Baba since joining Boat Business in 2022 and happy to see her taking lead in the operations in the country. Her experience, he said, will support their journey as they scale across Africa and bring a new perspective to approach the country. The appointment underscores their commitment to this region as they look for even better ways to serve their business customers. Baba Hammond, country manager at Boat Business, said she is honored to step into this new role leading boat business in Ghana. I look forward to leveraging my experience with corporate and businesses to drive our ambitious growth goals, whilst delivering the high-quality service our customers expect from Boat Business. Boat Business travel services are another step towards Boat mission to make cities for people, not vehicles. Launched in 2018, Boat Business make using the Boat app for businesses needs easier, offering ride-hailing and food delivery services. Boat Business is available in over 50 markets with over 50,000 companies using the service globally as of December 2024. In sports, Ghana's national men football team, the Black Satellite, has a new head coach as veteran football trainer Maxwell Kunedu has been appointed for the role. He replaces Desmond Ofer in the role with the latest development, giving Ofer the chance to fully focus on his role as assistant head coach of Ghana's senior national football team, the Black Stars. The appointment marks Konaidu's return to the national setup after serving time as a former Black Stars assistant head coach and Black Galaxies head coach. Konaidu is quite well experienced at the club's level as well after coaching Kumasi, Asante Kotoko, Legon Cities and in Swatreman. He led in Swatreman to a shock MTN FA Cup triumph in the 2023-2024 season and was recently linked to Accra Heart of Oak's head coaching job. The former player goes into the Black Satellite setup at a time the team is in their need of positive momentum after failing to qualify to Under-20 World Cup since last competing in the tournament in 2015. Ghana under Ofe exited at the quarter-final stage of this year's AFCON. Failure to make it to the semi-finals automatically meant failure to progress to the world stage. In showbiz, dancehall musician Charles Ni Ama-Mensah, known as Shatawale, has been released from the custody of the Economic and Organized Crime Office after nearly 2 days in detention. He was released after a variation of his bail conditions, bringing a respite to the high-profile legal saga surrounding his acquisition of a luxury vehicle. His manager, Samuel Ba, known as Sammy Flex, confirmed the artist's release reveals a crucial revision to the initial bail terms. He said that the initial bail sum of 10 million was reduced by half to 5 million, with 2 sureties to be justified. The new condition also requires Shatawale to report to Yoko 3 times a week as the investigation continues. Shatawale's detention and subsequent release are part of a broader internationally coordinated investigation. He was originally invited to Yoko to assist in a probe into the pictures of a 2019 Lamborghini, a vehicle authorities believe is linked to the proceeds of a 4 million crime. This financial scam was orchestrated by a Ghanaian national, Nana Kwabena Amoah, who is currently serving a prison term in the United States. The luxury vehicle was seized by Yoko in a joint operation with the U.S. Federal Bureau of Investigation and the Department of Justice. According to an official statement from Yoko, Shatawale was questioned for nearly 4 hours and was unable to identify the person who sold him the vehicle. He instead claimed that he bought it from the street. The Yoko statement further highlighted Shatawale's inability to provide ownership documentation for the vehicle except for a customer's declaration form bearing Amoah's name. The release of the artist on the revised bail conditions comes after days of legal processes and public scrutiny. The case has underscored the growing collaboration between Ghanaian and U.S. law enforcement agencies in combating financial crimes and has sparked a national conversation about celebrity wealth and accountability. And that is how we end it on the morning news broadcast. Do also log on to all social media platforms at GhanaTalks Radio, as well as logging on to www.GhanaTalksRadio.com for more news updates. I am Deborah Adoso. Do have a good morning.
Hello worldwide, I'm level band. Now listen, every Tuesday and Friday, beyond the time it's going to carry bro. Our GhanaTalks Radio, 7 p.m. sharp. Now Tuesday, we're gonna talk about our culture, our history. Matuni ding setete abako sem. Now on the Friday, you bars on bars. You better rap, you better say it. No artists go join me in the studio. We're gonna discuss about music and business. Or you singer and now you rapper, you think say you get bars. You go fit spit fire. Now listen, make you join me with studios. Our GhanaTalks Radio and you say then our day. Me say download the GhanaTalks Radio app no. Our Play Store and the App Store. Na tune in and say this is what you see. Baba live on Facebook, Kointakra, any GhanaTalks Radio page in this. So now listen. I bet you fire. 1 year, Wading. Jajan.
ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with Ghana Talks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With Ghana Talks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. Ghana Talks Radio is not just a station, it is a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com or call +233 202 544614. Ghana Talks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
What do you want for breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast, French fries.
Koko Nikosi, alo komi kesheto.
Wache.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on Ghana Talks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare,
Regina Bless,
Deborah Adoso,
and I am Esinal Fiagbedu. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show.
This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show on Ghana Talks Radio. A good morning to you wherever you are listening to us and watching us from in the studios of Ghana Talks Radio. My name is Pakwesi Omare, and as you know how we do it on the weekend edition of the Ghana Talks Breakfast Show, it's going to be lively, going to be educative. It's going to be interesting as well, as we are fortunate to have our main guest in the studios to hold us down with the conversations this morning. This morning we have the Great Ampong representing the NDC, and we have Emmanuel representing the NPP. It's going to be very, 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 very engaging this morning, and I invite you to join the conversations as well. You can join us on all our social media platforms at Ghana Talks Radio, on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, and on X. Our WhatsApp lines are very active. You can send through your suggestions, your opinions, and your contributions there regarding the conversation on 0202 544 614. 0202 544 614. Ghana Talks Radio, Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We are so fortunate to have you in the studios, and of course, the Honorable Ampong, your first time being here. We are glad to have you. We are honored. But your party in power so far, how far? I mean, 8 months.
Yes, so far so good. First and foremost, let me say a big thank you to our president and our first lady.
Yeah.
Say a big thank you to our president and our first lady.
Yeah.
I can only say we are doing better. Ghana is doing better. So let's fasten our seatbelts and see what will transpire in the next 3 and few months coming.
Oh, okay. So that was it from Great Ampong for the NDC making his first introduction. Emmanuel.
Yes, sir.
Ima, how be?
Oh, things are in order.
The president is in Japan.
Very well.
He's taking great strides and making good steps for the country. And I must say,
that is what we hear.
That is what you hear.
That is what is on social media. People are saying so, and which we wish him well.
You wish him well?
Very well, because if he has to go out to, engage or make negotiations for the betterment of this country, at least we all want to grow in this country.
Sure.
So we have to wish him well.
Okay. We need to wish the president very well, stated by Emmanuel there. Before we go into the main conversations for today, have you heard about the incident at Ridge Hospital?
Yes.
Regarding one social activist and
yes. Let me make this thing clear. You see, apart from politics, we need to get on our toes and make sure things are done right.
Okay.
Look, I went to Flagstaff House.
Yeah.
That is school, basic school.
Yeah.
And we were playing football at break time. This is about, let's say 30 or 32 years ago. We were playing football. And one got injured. It was very severe. So we decided to just do the needful.
Yeah.
So we got a taxi. Not only the students, we gathered a taxi and we took our guy there. It took us more than an hour. And after we brought the card, see.
I mean, some complaints, I say
that my friend is no more. Look, on a more serious note, we were kids that time.
He died through that.
He died. Oh, in a card, in a say. Apart from politics we are doing, we need to change the system. Fine, what the guy went there, what he was doing, fine, we all understand that it's not good. Fine, but to some extent, we need to stop politicizing all these things and make sure that the right thing is done. How come you take a patient to a clinic or a hospital and they'll be asking all these protocols without attending to the patient. First thing first, life matters.
Sure.
So we need to stop politicizing all these things and make sure the right thing is done. Then we can jump into politics later. So for me, nurses are saying all kind of things online. They are saying all kind of things. But what really transpired?
We are fortunate to get the CCTV now viral on social media. I had a chance to watch it yesterday, and honestly speaking, I really, because initially the nurse who was presented to us as someone who has been assaulted with all these bandages, and looking at what happened, the guy didn't even touch it.
That is what I'm saying.
So what from all these
we always
theatrics?
Want to politicize anything that comes on board. Look, this Bebkra is not coming. This program say who say we normally want to do as ostriches. Who do you think of shame? Now you say because we push you say you get this, so go and do this. It will go against you later on. So what the guy did no, fine, left or right, you get right inside, you get left wrong inside. But what is the holistic view? The main problem is nurses and doctors must do the right thing. If it's the rules or ethics of, let's say, the hospitality in the hospitals that are against we as Ghanaians, then they should change it. The approach must not be okado.
At least
approach must not be
attend
to the person. Exactly, attend to the person. Then later on, you ask for all these things because life matters most.
Sure.
Because people politicizing this. I don't know if my brother will jump into it and be saying all kind of things, but I don't think it is right thing. It's about high time we change the approach of doing things and make sure after elections, no campaign. We focus on what the country will get, what the masses will benefit, and we make progress. That's all.
Okay. Ima, I mean, looking at what's transpired and looking at what the General Secretary of the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwiferys Association has been saying and as to say attacking the health minister, do you think it is validated? Do you think whatever he's saying, he's in the right? I mean, to him, he's fighting for his association, but is that the right approach?
Well, thank you so much. I think to some extent it's the right approach.
Oh, really?
To some extent. But then let's try to put away politics. You see, at every sector, at every field, maybe things might not be going well as the way we expect things to be. But to some extent, we can't keep attacking people wrongly. What happened at the Rich Hospital was something that every Ghanaian should condemn. If you have a concern, there's a genuine way you should present your concern. For all you know, it was not only Raf that was seeking for the medical attention for someone or for himself.
Okay.
You understand what the point I'm making?
Yes, sir.
It wasn't him alone. And so there were other people, according to the report. I listened and watched it. According to the report, other people were waiting for them to be attended to. And this gentleman we are talking about, if it is a different person, I wouldn't have a problem. We have all been in this country. We know the actions and what this guy has been doing. This rough guy. You saw how he goes about attacking some other people. I think there's sometime he attacked an MP, a member of parliament in this country. That even landed him into police cell and all that. And that, it seems that was not, he didn't learn anything from it. That wasn't enough. Recently, you have to go and attack a nurse. If the story is saying that the nurse that was presented, I mean, the one that was, bandaged, is not, that lady was not attacked. I beg to differ. I beg to differ. Honorable, I'm coming. I beg to differ. You see, let's be very clear on this matter. I don't want us to go in the tangent where others are saying that because the guy is an NDC member, that is why he's still working free. But I'm very sure if this has happened to ordinary human being like me sitting here, by now I should have been in hell. I should have been in the police custody. And so I want to say that whatever happens, Raf should have been patient enough with them. At the end of the day, you are not the only person. And if you have any concern, that you were not properly attended to, there's a perfect way to channel your concern and not to go in that direction. He was not the only person that came to attack. I learned the other guys came around to attack and all that. Yes. And this practically was done by his own engagement. Like, he actually influenced those boys to appear and attack them. That was it. Don't sit on it. No. This look, if you have to,
how validated is this?
Well, you see, if you look at the incident very carefully and go back to play the audio, you understand that what I'm saying true. It was not only Raf that attacked the nurse.
But was the nurse attacked? That is what we need to.
Of course,
was he attacked?
Listen. According to the nurse, the horse's mouth.
Okay.
According to the nurse, the horse's mouth. She mentioned that she was attacked. You saw the video. I don't know. And even now, Raf is not arrested. People they are not saying anything. The people that are supposed to act on it, they are quiet. I think they should come out and say something to us. If the lady was not attacked, let us know. But as it stands, let's just take it that the lady was attacked. That is what the lady said. And I don't think someone has gone in there to bribe the lady to come and say something like that. No.
But Ima, you see, when the whole issue came up, Ralph requested for the CCTV to be played, and they didn't release it. It took a protocol to get that CCTV footage. And what we all saw, the complaint that came out by the secretary, especially of the association, and what we saw in the video, let's be fair as Ghanaians. Let's be fair. As what he said, what we saw in the video.
Are you really saying that Raf never attacked anyone? They lied against him.
The issue here is, you can say I have attacked you.
Okay.
But the manner in which you portray the attack is what we are looking at here.
Of course.
The lady putting a bandage on her hand in some clutch and all that, and looking at what we saw. You can just see me and do, hey. To me, that is an attack to me. To you, you didn't attack me. So with that, we can't really default the lady that wasn't an attack. However she felt attacked, we need to respect that.
Exactly.
But with how they are saying that is how she was attacked,
of course,
is that what we saw in the video?
You see, when something come up like this, definitely everyone will have what he or she thinks. But I think that Ralph was not the only person there. That's one thing. But there was no doubt.
You see how he's struggling to answer you.
No, even though Ralph.
Are we in the campaign season?
I'm coming.
Are we in the campaign season?
No. You see, when something is wrong, honorable, I'm coming. When something is wrong, let's all condemn it. Listen, when something is wrong, I'm coming. Honorable, let me make my point.
Honorable,
when something is wrong, let's all condemn it to the apex.
See, Ima.
You see,
we are not. we are not condoning whatever assault or attack on our health workers.
Okay.
That is something we can never go out. Not even the health workers alone, but any other institution. We can't condone such a thing. But then also, what we are doing now, to me, I think we are just stereotyping the guy. We think, okay, he's known for this. So even though he didn't do this, let's put it on him. But that isn't something that is fair. I don't know if you are getting me. See, this is not a topic for discussion today. We are just looking at the basis of it. You see, sometimes, let's be Ghanaians for once, as a people. Looking at okay, can we call what the secretary is doing to the minister as an attack as well?
Maybe they're just trying to put them to work. Of course, they are trying to put them to work. Look, let's see. When
you come.
You see, what the secretary is doing. This is diplomatic, and everyone should go that way to achieve what you want. This is not attack. But I am very surprised that at this point, the minister is still working in this country, and Raf is still working. I don't know. I think they even had a handshake. And the minister comes out to tell us that having a handshake with him doesn't mean I'm supporting what Raf has done. I don't know if I've seen that.
Yeah.
The minister have said that. I mean, so when someone is wrong,
I didn't really understand what
we should stop this idea of giving recognitions to people and seeing some people in some classes. Look, this CCTV camera they have requested for, I tell you, there's nothing this government NDC cannot do. There's nothing they can do. They have, even if the thing was supposed to be red, they have a way of cooking it to be black.
So you think that they've tampered with it?
No. I'm not saying, I'm not far from it. I'm not trying to say they tampered with it. But what I'm saying is that there's no need even requesting for anything or whatever. Raf was not the only person at the hospital there. There were other people. Why they are choosing him?
He was the one who they said attacked him. And he said that, okay, the CC camera shows when I entered what I said, however I display there. So let's watch the video. Now we've watched the video. And we see Raf didn't even touch. That is where my main concern is. He didn't even touch the nest.
I think you should watch the video again. You please. You see, what I watched. What I watched. If we mean to sit here and encourage our colleagues, youth, to go into hospitals and other workplaces to execute that same attitude.
No. We are not saying that.
So once we are not encouraging that, that means that the action by Raf was wrong and should be condemned.
Which we all agree to.
Of course. So once you have agreed, that means we have made a way. Simple. So once you have agreed that we are not encouraging, honorable, you know that. Once you have agreed that we are not encouraging anybody, any ordinary Ghanaian, I'm talking about ordinary Ghanaians on the street, to go into some sectors like health to start misbehaving this way, it means his action was wrong.
Okay.
That is it. And should be called to order.
Okay, fine. Honorable, you wanted to say something. I'll grant you 2 minutes to do that.
This is a wake-up call for all Ghanaians to understand that the MPP are not ready to help build Ghana. One, we are not doing any campaign. We are now trying to reset what they came in, rubbish everything. Two, what I want our listeners to understand is, even watching the video, he's just sitting here saying different things.
I am not saying a different thing. I am not saying a different thing. I am saying we have already established the fact that his action was wrong. Let's speak to it.
Okay, that's fair. That's fine.
Two, I want my brother to understand that Ghanaians are now more abreast of current issues, and I thank the people at the hospital that they brought the video out for us to see the true picture of what transpired. You see what Ralph did, and I always want to be citing an example for us to understand that. Let's say if you have a mother who cares for you a lot, and maybe she's in this situation, and you go to the hospital, and the same thing is being done to you. Look, apart from you following the protocols, you have a different feeling.
Emotionally.
Do you understand? So that's friend's feeling, let's say Ralph and that guy have, maybe will let him react to some extent. But doing that doesn't mean he's right. But let's go back and picture our protocols in the hospitals. Is that the best thing for Ghanaians? No. And we all can testify that this woman that she was saying, and I'm a pro, I say, no. At the end of the day, if you watch the footages and the videos, it is far different. So why are we propagating all these things?
And one thing, Ima, I want us to understand is this. You see, you realize that was the emergency unit.
Okay.
The person needed an emergency attention. So if the issue is emergency, and as a nurse, you are just so relaxed, unconcerned or unbothered, asking all these questions. Now, in a way you would like, you yourself, you just let's put all the protocols aside. Put yourself in whoever, let's even say it wasn't Ralph. Put yourself in whoever reacted in that manner. You take someone to the hospital and,
You see, from where I sit, I don't believe that it is necessary at all times we engage in politics where politics is not supposed to be. Politicizing everything in this country isn't the best.
But you are doing it.
No, I am not. Oh. I'm just coming from a different angle that you are not seeing.
Okay.
I have been to hospital before, and we have all seen how things operate in Ghana here. They were attending to the gentleman. In fact, the due process, when you run to hospital, whether emergency or something else, you have to follow certain due processes before your patient is admitted. Let's put that on record. We are all in Ghana. We all know how hospitals operate. Now, those due processes include checking of your what? Your National Health Insurance card. I think they were on the process, and the gentleman, his attention was just abandon everyone that was already there.
That's why I was saying we should change the narrative. We should change the approach. So why are you politicizing this?
No, it's not about politics. No, I haven't pulled anything inside. I am only condemning the actions. And so the due process has to be taken into place before the nurses can attend to your patient. So if you just get in there, you want them to abandon the other people. In fact, others will see it like, no, what is happening?
Sure.
You understand the angle I'm coming from. So you see, it is rather my brother Honorable who is trying to bring politics inside this thing. But no, don't worry, we are not going to arrest your guy. He'll be working freely. I'm very sure, like I said earlier on, if it has been an MPP guy that have gone there to do this, I am telling you by now, the person must have been arranged before court. You don't know this people.
Okay, so that is just by the way, introducing the main topics for the day. I know you are enjoying how the conversation has started, and with that, let's get into the first topic for discussion. Our Minister for Foreign Affairs, who is the head of diplomatics in the nation, has come out with a directive that there is going to be a performance assessment for all our diplomats and ambassadors. This issue has come up before, where people feel like, so we just appoint ambassadors, but for what purpose exactly? Because we don't really see what benefits, whatever thing they channel into the country, aside just holding such positions as representatives for the country. So with this directive coming in to assess them and either to keep them or probably reshuffle them, do you think this is in the right call, or you think this is going to, as it may, put pressure on these people to also in some way go overboard with their diplomatic assignment or exercise?
I think the minister is on course, and what I want to say is it's part of our resetting agenda, and you can't appoint someone to go as an ambassador and you don't give him something to lean on and make sure the country makes progress. And the minister underlined about 3 or 4 things that I think is very, very tangible, that is going to help in reshaping or resetting our agenda. First of all, he said creating jobs and trade opportunities for Ghanaians out there. And he made mention of attracting foreign investment to boost economic growth, which is very quite encouraging. And he made mention of protecting investor confidence and promoting a safe investment environment. Do you understand? You cannot just go and be a minister or let's say an ambassador to a place and you be just there after 4 years, then you come back with no any accountability. So I think it will shape them for them to do the right thing, because Ghanaians need results. We need to answer to everything that we campaign for. So I think the minister is right on course in giving this agenda.
But with this, hand goes, hand comes. This is what we are demanding from our ambassadors there. What about the diplomats in here? Those countries, their representatives as well, who are here. What are we demanding from them as well? See,
they say if you go to Rome, you normally do what the Romans do. So I think, so far as the minister has brought all this outline so that we can make sure we monitor them. I think inwardly he will do the same thing for them to understand that this is a country that we need to make sure our things go on well. Though they are here to make sure theirs is okay. So then we'll go in hand to make sure we achieve more than whatever they are coming for. I think it's a laudable idea the minister brought on board for us all to make sure everything will be okay.
Okay, that's great. Ima, why are you laughing?
Yes, I'm laughing at it. I'm viewing it from the angle of how beautiful it is and how beautiful you're seeing it.
Well, you don't see it that way.
You yourself, you don't see it that way. Yes, talking about assessing ambassadors and diplomats on their performance, one thing we have to notice is that we are looking at target evaluation.
Okay.
That is the paramount thing we have to be looking at. And target evaluation is based on number. You mean the foreign affairs minister, who has so much respect in politics, made a statement and said, we are going to now evaluate the ambassadors and diplomats based on their targets.
Okay.
Now, when you look at the perimeters of true leadership, accountability cannot be left out. We all love it when government appointees or officials are held responsible or accountable.
Yeah.
Nobody is condemning that fact.
Okay.
But you see, before you come out with a policy, you have to look at the after effects of it. This is one thing we are looking at. Diplomacy, it's not something that we can say is in the form of business, something that you can do business with it. First of all, the current government should consider the functions of these ambassadors and diplomats.
Okay.
They should consider the functions. What exactly is their work for them to do?
Okay.
Until they understand the work the ambassadors do, you never can measure them based on target evaluation. And excuse me to say that ambassadors are responsible for promoting national interest through negotiations, reporting on foreign affairs, protecting citizens. Such a lovely, points. These are some of the things the ambassadors are supposed to be doing. Now, you come to tell us that you are not going to measure them based on target evaluation. Target evaluation, however you like to explain it, put politics aside. We are talking of number. And so it means that they are going to give every ambassador, say Hajia Alima, in US, they are going to give her a certain, target. At the end of this year, you should be able to do this. You should be able to do that. Now, in the case of Israel and then Iran, we were there. All of a sudden, the people started fighting. The Ghanaian citizen there, it was a call of the ambassador to make sure they were well protected. In fact, and let me recommend the foreign minister. We all saw what he did. They have to go into these countries, get Ghanaians there, flee to Turkey. Now, if you have given the ambassador there, the ambassador at the place, you have given him, a target to achieve 200 million per month or year. At the end of the year, bring this amount. Now, there's an outbreak of war in that country. These people are going to, it is the sole responsibility of the ambassador to protect the people. Now, you have already put him in a target. You have pushing him to that angle that, no, you have to do this. Do you think the person will have mind of going to protect
these people.
Obviously, that wouldn't have been done. And so let's say that if the ambassadors, of course, what we know is that they engage. And sometimes it is difficult to influence a whole country, even influencing an individual. How is it? You have to go engage, negotiate with a whole country to make sure they agree with your terms and conditions. Then they can deal with you. And so if you go, let's say that you have given me to present 200 million at the end of a month to Ghana. Now I go to negotiate, they disagree. What happened? Then you come and remove me that, we have given you this target. You have not been able to achieve it. In that case, the government now is looking at short-term plans. And that if you appoint an ambassador to a place, you should be looking at long-term plans. Okay. We should be looking at long-term plans and not short-term. And so the fact that they are bringing out policies to ensure that the ambassadors are they are held accountable, does not necessarily mean that it is perfect. We have to look at the outer effects of it. The outer effects of it is that the current government will find a way of over-controlling these ambassadors. That is one thing we should know. 2, politics. You know these people and their politics. Look, he says we should not politicize everything.
Are we in the campaign?
No, we are not in the campaign.
No.
You should allow me make my point.
You
should allow me make my point. This is what I'm saying. Yeah. The government will find a way of getting some of the people out, especially those ambassadors and diplomats that might not listen to them very well. You are, let's say the foreign minister is here. Yeah. You are giving someone a task in America to perform. You are not there. You don't know the strength the person is going. The person is trying, but they are not listening to the person. And there's no any constitutional mandate for the people to listen to him him or her at all costs. No, let's put that on record. Okay. And in negotiations, you have to talk to them. Sure. And so some people might go extreme, but because they are not achieving the results, it will appear they are not working. And government will find a way getting them out. This person, let's replace him. At the end of the day, if this policy is implemented, at the end of the day, we are going to have everyone being swapped unless otherwise people that are ready to listen to the government very well and do their wishes. And that's where everyone in different countries should be afraid. Be very afraid. Because
why is that?
Yes. Ambassador is supposed to protect the citizens, promote the culture of Ghana in different countries. Can you measure culture? The promotion of culture. Can you measure it? Can you measure how someone will be protected? Can you also measure, let's say that, yes, culture, promotions of peace and stability. Making sure that the welfare of the people in that country, the citizens of Ghana live in different countries are well safe. Can you measure that? When there's an outbreak of war and the ambassador is working to bring peace and making sure that the Ghanaians there are well safe, can you measure that? You can only measure it when you tell the ambassador to bring 2,000 Ghana cedis every day, and the person is able to accomplish that task. And so let me say that. Let's put this on record to end it up. If we should allow this to happen, saying that we are going to assess ambassadors and diplomats' performance by target evaluation, we are going to sift the minds of these people to different things. They are never going to have that peace of mind to work. The government will be over controlling them. These are external bodies, external countries that are working with. And so I am of the view that there could be a very responsible way of looking at it. Okay. Putting the ambassadors and diplomats to their task, and not just coming up with a policy that we are going to evaluate them on this and that. See, and my brother knew I'm not doing politics. This is something he's well convinced. You see how he's smiling. He's well convinced.
I'm convinced.
Honorable, you have something to say.
You always want to do politics. This is from the minister.
Yeah.
He said, our sitting president, John Dramani Mahama, he said he wants Ghanaians diplomacy to make a tangible reason or impact on our citizens and lives, promoting investment and creating a safe haven for investors.
Okay.
note it too. I'll come back to the lies you.
So no, take it up.
This move is part of the President John Dramani Mahama, a broader economic diplomacy agenda, which seeks to achieve microeconomic stability, attract investment, and build a stronger international partnership.
Okay.
Introducing these targets aims to hold its ambassadors and diplomats accountable for delivering measurable results that benefit the country. This initiative is expected to drive economic growth, improve lives of Ghanaians, and position Ghana as an attractive destination for foreign investment.
Okay, fine.
So what I'm trying to tell you, stop the lies. Be focused.
This is not lies. This is not lies.
The NPP. The elections are over. Look, see, all these things, we need to stop propagating it. You cannot tell me if I have a company, right? One is in Accra, one is in Takoradi, one is in Bojuase, and maybe I take my boss there to go and work. I'll not give him a target. I'll not give him the ethics in the work. I'll not give him the protocols. I have to make sure he's on his toes to work.
Okay.
Do you understand? Apart from all engaging all these protocols, blah blah blah, the lies he was saying to the people listening to us, it is not that.
Please, can I come in?
President John Dramani Mahama is ready to make sure the resetting agenda touches every sector, either inside or outside this country.
I think
we need to let our leaders be on their toes to work for Ghana. The thing is Ghana. Everything about this government that we are doing is Ghana. We are not doing it NDC. Look, this past government, they have only 3-4 people that decide for the whole nation, which you are aware, and I'm aware.
Yeah.
You're not aware.
No,
Fine.
you see, let me come in there. You see,
look,
don't worry.
Once upon a time, we're having a president by a guy named by Adudi. With Obiba Jeki,
you see,
they make noise everywhere.
See,
my brother,
I
am this. Let me talk.
I am going to help you. I am going to help you. I am going to help you. I want him to stay on track. Listen, I am going to help you.
Don't worry.
I'll stay on track. They make noise about this economy. Obiba Jeki, Fahoto from Dr. Baumia, they clap for him. She will say, "And Tony, bro." Now he was talking about digitalization. Look, what I want us to understand: the NDC government now, as we are speaking, we are focused and determined to make sure Ghanaians have the benefit of what we campaign for.
Okay.
So please, he should give us a break and stop the lies that he's doing, and stay focused and listen to what we are doing.
You have not even been able to implement any of your policies. That's see, I quickly want to correct this. People are listening to us, and there are audios or videos here that will be put in public, and other people will listen to us. What my brother just said and read is a limited mindset, very limited mindset. You see, when we are talking of ambassador and then diplomats, let's not just look at it from the economic side. Okay. There are other sides. There are better things these people do before you come to the economy.
What are the
say,
better
no,
side?
I'm coming. You can't tell me that protecting the lives of people in different countries is not a good thing.
That is one.
No, I'm coming.
I said it here.
When you were talking,
I said it here.
Yes, when you were talking.
I said it.
So how are you going to evaluate it? You haven't told us how you are going to evaluate it.
So ask me, but don't propagate it.
No.
Ask me, don't propagate it.
How are you going to evaluate that? How are you going to evaluate that? No, sir. I think you should allow him to clear that down, because you see, we just don't have to get ourselves on social media and start making comments, putting up things. People are learning from us, and I'm sure people are watching us. And so whatever we say here, other people are listening. You cannot just limit the work of ambassadors to only economy.
Okay.
Only economy. You know it's true, and he will agree with me. I'm not talking about
the economy alone.
And so I just want you
I want you to understand that. Let's say
you just use company.
In the Ghanaian view, this is what the president have told me to go to Togo and go and do, right?
Of course.
And practically, the people that I'm going to engage, they have their target. What do? We judge and make sure we all benefit, and we do business. Whatever we are going to do, we do it. Then we make progress.
Yes.
It doesn't mean if you tell me I should go and drive a pickup, I will go and just sit and man
Look,
again. No,
every
I have to apply the protocols and make sure I master it. Why do we go to school?
Let's put this
Why
on
do we
record.
learn every day?
Honorable.
So you cannot tell me President John Mahama said I should go to Togo and go and deliver. So he gave me about 3 or 4 agenda for me to go and
let me just add this. I think the honorable member should know better. You should know better that every average Ghanaian who have completed senior high school, even junior high school, knows the work of an ambassador. And so I don't want you to limit it to this or so-called economy.
Honorable, you spoke about the factors which the ambassador stated for these, the minister stated for these diplomats and ambassadors to hit. One of it is for attracting foreign investment.
That is the key indicator.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, do you think, as a country where we are now, we have the basic, fundamental equipment to attract foreign investment? One, look at our routes, our transport system, look at our energy sector, looking at the key factors that build economic growth. Do you think we are there yet, which can actually attract foreign investors to come and invest in our economy?
Thank you very much. See, the true picture of all these things, the previous government gave us hope. That is a Nkoso budget, year of roads. they made mention of so many big things that if you are this, NDC will never come to power.
Which includes deep. Let's add deep to it.
But as it stands now, we are all aware that even Pokwase in Sawam Road, Swami interchange, among of them, they squandered their money, telling Ghanaians that BBI okay. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So this government, we are now in governance. So we want to tell Ghanaians that we will make sure anything possible we do to attract investors. Especially the main thing is the economy. For somebody to come to your country to invest, firstly, he or she will look at your economy, your performance with the foreign exchange. Then he can make up his mind to come and give a try.
Okay.
And at least 8 months down the line, we have made some serious impact.
Okay.
And I want to tell Ghanaians and anybody or everybody who is listening to us this morning is, with the road, we have made a big push.
Okay.
And we've settled all the debts these people came to squander.
The big push
implemented
by which government?
I'm not talking about the big push. I'm talking about Pokwase of Anko Road and the Swami Road. That is
a road they gave you 1 week to work on it.
So what I'm telling Ghanaians this morning, we are ready to make sure we will attract investors to come down and come and do business.
Okay.
And the first thing is we are stabilizing the economy. Okay. Look, the thing will not go 17 cities again. It will not go the 16. It will not go the 14. It will not go the 13. We are making sure it will be stabilized so that we can manage it and manage it well.
Okay.
So if you listen to the president in Japan, he made mention of so many indicators that Ghana is ready to do business.
Sure.
So around the world, I'm saying it, that Ghana is the gateway to do business in Africa.
Okay.
So not only the NDC, but all Ghanaians are ready. So investors should troop in and come and do good business because Aban Papa.
Okay.
Sikana so I see in I pick it.
And then that is not reflecting on the Ghanaians' life. So what is the impact?
Okay. I don't know if we know about Gensa Energy. They are power distributing institution from the USA who are in business with us in Ghana here. They've been here for I think the past 18 years or so. They help us with our power distribution and all these pipelines that we lay to transport our gas to all the energy sectors we have in the country. A few days ago, they came out with a report, a very concerning report that the activities of Galamsey are strengthening our pipelines. When we speak of Galamsey, people will think, oh, Abahemba so say I'm person magic no say or that. See, the threat that this particular menace poses to this country, I don't think as a country and as a people we've really grasped or understood it very well. To get a pipeline laid, even from here to Anya Market, it's not an easy thing.
It's not an easy thing. Yeah, it's true. It's true.
And they are talking about their major pipelines, which transports gas and energy to most various sectors. So from the Bui Dam to wherever we take the power energy, this pipeline is under threat. And it takes a lot of money to repair some of these things or even construct them.
Right.
So what are we really doing about this galamsey that, to me, I think they are crocro.
See?
Because every single day, there is a different threat posed to our country from galamsey. Every single day. From health to security, now to our energy. Shabra yabre with our energy sector. Yabra from Dumswa and then Yamiadum Yanya stable energy. Now galamsey is about to also take it away.
Let me come in.
Sure.
With the galamsey, it is very difficult, but I think we'll get there. How am I saying like that? If you go to those areas, seriously, you will find children being born, maybe one eye, one arm,
deformed limbs.
Look, so many things. See, the problem is we sometimes come and sit on radio, sit online, sit on Facebook.
Just talk
something and we leave. Look, the real issue is if we come to politics and the reality. From Nkrumah's time, so let's say President John Dramani Mahama, that is before Adudu came on board, we're having about, let's say, 16 or so licenses. Let me be very straightforward with this. And within 8 years, we get 100 and something licenses.
Thousands of them.
And we will come and sit on radio and televisions and be doing as if everything is that holy. Look, the past government has done so many things, has done ill things, which is now reflecting. And they will get the guts to come and sit on radio and be defending it that I
think you should be helping your viewers to know the ill things. Very well.
I'm coming. If you watch my DP very well, after that flag, you see something there. Yes. I'm into it, and I know what I'm saying. They did it in the dark. Look, MPP did this 24/7 in the dark, and now they will tell you NDC is in power now, so we should fix it. Fixing it, look, let me be very frank and sincere. It will not take one day. Look, fixing it caused our 8 gentlemen to go. Fixing it caused the military man, that is Mahama, his death. There are so many indicators that we can hold on to it. But what I want to tell Ghanaians is we should not politicize this thing at all. These people are not ready to make sure we kill this canker. Look, they enjoy if Ghana is in mourning. They enjoy if this government is failing.
But what exactly is your government doing about galamsey now?
One, we have put measures. And if you have somebody now, as we speak, on the galamsey's places, he will tell you, now is NDC in power. They are not working. Look, go to my DP. You see something there.
Which measures?
No. You go to my DP. I'm coming. Go to my DP and check.
Okay.
You see something there. I want to tell you, I know what I'm saying. But it's not everything that will come on radio and come and say.
But once you put something on your DP, it means it is for public good.
No. Let me tell you something. If you are not smart, you don't understand. But do you understand what is this? Sure. Yes. So I want my brother to understand that it is not about we have come, so we should deliver. This is a serious canker from Nkrumah's time to date. But you people came and wasting everything, open up. and we are not trying to make sure things are done the right way. So don't come and start talking and politicize the thing. We are talking about people dying. We are talking about people not getting enough water. We are talking about you people polluting everything. Do you understand? Yes. So please, I don't want to jump into conclusion, but I'm telling him he should not come and sit here and politicize this Galamsey thing because we are on course. But I know His Excellency John Dramani Mahama will deliver before his times comes to an end. So that is the only thing I can say now. But if he goes deep, then that means he will force me to go deeper. I'm very serious here.
Okay.
I was just smiling. When you start asking him these questions, I was wondering what the gentleman will say. But he has tried to put up something. Okay, you see, I am never ready as a Ghanaian, a true Ghanaian for that matter, to engage in Galamsey propaganda. Once beautiful initiatives are put in place to fight against Galamsey, I am very okay with it. Because you are talking about this thing because soon and very soon we are going to experience blackouts in this country. We know and we are told by experts that our energy sector depends solely on clean and healthy water. The dams, let's say Akusumbo dams, Bui and Pong, those dams that supplies nice water or clean water to the dams that equally supplies us electricity, they are at risk because some other rivers that connects to those dams are tampered. They have become muddy, like the place is mud and poisoned. Very Therefore, electricity doesn't also depend on that water, which average Ghanaian will not love a nice policy that will be put in place to stop these activities. But what we should know is that the MPP, the position of the MPP currently in fighting against Galamsey is to help the current government. Yes, there could be other communicators of MPP that will go and do propaganda, do politics with Galamsey, but where I sit, Emma, I am never ready to engage in propaganda when it comes to Galamsey. But 8 years back, the MPP government, led by Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, put some measures in place where we even have some of our people went to the side and seized excavators. Some excavators were burnt. The current Minister of Education, Honorable Lawyer Haruna, a very respected person for that matter, stood in the chamber and made a statement that it was against it was unconstitutional for them to, burn excavators and all that. Two, the current, I think one of the cabinet ministers, it's not one of the current, you should help me with that. The gentleman who went to the site, fetch water, sat on radio station, that's Sam George. Went to the site, Galamsey those days, fetch water, spread them on the table on social media in the full glare of Ghana, in the full glare of media, telling them that, look, this is what is going on. Ghana, and this MPP wasn't fighting, or MPP is not fighting against Galamsey very well, or as the way they expected. Now, when we enroll some nice policies, when we try to control this Galamsey, the NDC came in there. What you were doing, it was not right. What you are doing, it's not the perfect way. You can't be shooting direct to the people. It's murder and a whole lot of things. These things were in this country. We heard them. They are all over. We can check it. What the position of the NDC on Galamsey issue when they were in opposition. Today, you know how God works. The table has turned. The power has been given to the NDC. They went, look, areas like areas that are noted for this Galamsey. When they go there, their campaign message is different from when they go to other areas that are not noted for Galamsey. When they go there, I remember the current Vice President of the Republic, Professor Nana Jompo-Kwajiman. She said, we are going to teach you how to do Galamsey without destroying the water bodies, which we are still waiting for the teachers. I don't know whether they have recruited the teachers anyway. I don't know. You see, so when MPP was enrolling a program, or was enrolling certain programs, seized excavators, sometimes banned them, the same government, the current government, stood against it. Dr. Hannah, is it Louisa, right? She went recently, seized some excavators, left it in the hands of the same NDC, the security. The following day, the same excavators develop wings and flee away like the way guinea fowls flee into Burkina and other countries.
Just the way some 500 excavators also flee away.
No. Some were banned. Let's
the 500 excavators.
So you see,
what is
so I'm coming. So yes, that is why I'm saying that this current government condemned that action when that happened, right? And what is their position? Today, some excavators are flying away. They have not developed wings, and we cannot find them. You left them in the people you have trusted, in the hands of the people you have trusted. Sure. But at the end of the day, you come back to tell us that no, we can't find them. It's not the same as what you condemned in the previous, years when MPP was on power. And so the issue of Galamsey is that I am expecting the government, the current government, NDC, to provide us the teachers, as they promise the people. If you look at the voting patterns of those Galamsey areas, you will see that they have totally voted against MPP. Woefully, they voted against MPP based on some of these, beautiful talks. So
really?
Of course, you don't just come say things that you know you can't do it. Can you tell me that this government is ready to provide us teachers that will go and teach people how to do Galamsey without destroying the water bodies? And we are told. I'm coming. Let me learn. No. That is what your vice president told us when you were in opposition.
I'm coming. Let me ask you this. In the 8 months of the NDC in power, we've seen them come about with the blue water guards. We've seen them come with a task force to fight the Galamsey. We've seen them with the gold board policies, which seems to streamline the Galamsey people from all these stuff. How effective do you think these measures has been or can be?
Okay, very fine. On the surface, it appears the government is trying to fight Galamsey. And the energy they are exerting on fighting against Galamsey only came when they realized that some top government officials lost their life because of Galamsey. Let's be very honest and don't let. We have seen comments on media and everywhere from the presidency what their position on the energy they are going to bring forth in fighting Galamsey. You see, if there are task force and whatever, these people have been there. Any government that comes, they recruit people to go and guide the water body. They recruit people to go and guide the water body. What is the effect of it? Are you telling me that today Galamsey has stopped? Is it stopped? Are the people not at work? They are there, but the work has not stopped. Look, these people, NDC, they have some people they are protecting at Galamsey areas. But if you mean to say it, they will say no. There are some of them are the financiers of this Galamsey. They are promoting it. But because we just had this tragic event in this country, that is why they are working and shouting on the surface to appear as if they are fighting against Galamsey. And so the people will be there. Those people, the task force, whatever they have recruited, they will be there. I learned some of them are even 70 years they have sent there. They can't even run. Look, we are talking of these people who are doing the Galamsey. They are well prepared. You remember the recent incident where one of the, I think the security personnel went there with people and they were and fired. You see, do you think these people are afraid? And so if we have to solve the issue of Galamsey, we the MPP knows the effect of it. We have started it and the people around those areas voted against us woefully. We are waiting to see. The NDC is afraid because if they enroll in a big policy to fight against Galamsey, one, they are going to lose a lot. Their source of income from Galamsey is going to be turned. It's going to be, I don't know, you should help me what to say there. It's totally
because you are lying. You don't know what to say. Because you are lying.
No, I'm not lying. And two, the issue of Galamsey, they have NDC people who they have already promised that, look, when we come to power, we are going to help you do Galamsey. And that is why Galamsey cannot be stopped. There are some areas we have members of parliament today who are much engaged in Galamsey.
Can you prove it?
And
can you prove it?
The following day they will pick me.
Listen, understand.
I'm telling
leave you alone.
For some reasons, I am not going to mention it. But I'm telling you that people who are because we have seen today pick him picked that. He has said this. He has said that. I mean,
you don't want any issue with national security.
No, I just don't want any issue. And I'm telling you that. You see, the current government, the NDC government, they have hands in Galamsey. He can't sit here and tell me that when MPP was fighting against Galamsey, this same government today, they were against it. They were calling for human rights. This thing is not right. You go there and tell the people that.
Oh, really?
Yes, of course. He knows. You go there and tell. Why is he not asking me? I was expecting. Listen, NDC.
Which fight?
Come on, it should allow me to
fight?
Talk. When NDC was trying to fight against Galamsey, MPP was against it. They were. If no, why would you say that?
When NDC was fighting,
when MPP was fighting against Galamsey, the NDC was against it.
Have you switched parties?
No, calm down. Maybe possibly that was a slip of tongue.
No.
But one thing against it. Oh, listen. What I'm saying is that when MPP was seriously fighting against Galamsey, the NDC government, the current government was against it. Why? Because how can you, vying to be the vice president of this country, go and stand at Galamsey areas and tell them that we are going to teach you how to do Galamsey without destroying the water bodies? I mean, this is something we have to move above this kind of politics.
I will jump into it. Why? The reason is pick your phone.
I know. Tell us.
I want you to understand that in the US, they do same. Australia,
they do Galamsey.
No,
they do Galamsey.
I will check. I'm talking about mining. You will check. Use your phone.
No. In US, you are saying
let me land.
You say in US they do same. What did they do?
Most of the European countries and the South Americans, they still do Galamsey.
Therefore, Ghana must do it.
How do they go about it without destroying the water bodies? There are measures being taken. Then you do it nicely. You will not destroy water bodies. You are here, and we are all in this country. When Honorable Sam George and others fought against Galamsey, and even endorsed it right now, telling listeners that you people were trying to fight the NDC.
I put that. Listen, I put that to record that. When MPP anyone listening to us, anyone listening to us, no.
The NDC is best to manage this Galamsey thing, and I want you to understand, and it's on record. You cannot fight this thing within a day, within 8 months, and we are doing it. So I want you to understand. If you have any gold dealer, if you are in any miner, go and ask him the measures about the measures surrounding the gold dealers and even the miners themselves. They will tell you the measures being taken. The NDC is more advanced than the NPP.
Which measures are you talking about?
So that you see excavators today and the following day, those excavators cannot find any gold dealer or any miner and ask him this question. Do you understand? So please, even you endorse me that the NDC is far better than the NPP.
And communication, you don't counter when you know that someone has said something. I didn't intentionally say that. NPP.
God is our witness. You can play back.
Listen,
but it wasn't intentional.
Yes,
it was just
I think.
So you supported me. So on this basis, I want you to.
People are listening. An honorable member should not be beating around the bush. He should be specific in telling Ghanaians that these are the measures we have put in place to fight against Galamsey, and this is exactly what we are doing.
One, let me give you a tidbit. One, you cannot wake up as a foreigner and barge into the country and come and buy gold and go, because you have gold board, you have measures. You have to have the licenses to make sure you can operate. Even if you are a Ghanaian, you need to have the license to operate. So where do you go? You go to the gold board and go through their regulations and stuff before they can endorse you by giving you a license. Either you want to buy or import it or export, whatever way you want to do, you go to the gold board. So there are measures being taken. So any foreigner cannot barge into it like then Obiba JK's time, that is Dr. Baumia's time.
Is it only foreigners?
Line to Ghanaians that they are doing gold
is
for oil,
only foreigners?
Which Dr. Tuforsin came on air, made us understand that it was all jandam. So please, we know what the MPP can do when it comes to things that matters most in this country. So please, keep quiet, shut up, watch us drive Ghanaians into the serious and a better mode and in the comfort zone for Ghanaians to enjoy.
This so idea of they are fighting against Galamsey. Very soon they will be very quiet. You know why?
So you admit that we are fighting it.
No,
that is why you use that word very soon.
No. Listen.
This is English language. Yes. He said very soon. That means no. So why are you sitting here lying?
I told you already that the government is acting on the surface as if they are fighting. That's what I said. And this is because you only started acting and threatening the people you were going to fight them when you saw that
if you have
something has
any
happened.
Minor number or any Galamsey person or any anybody who is engaging.
How can I have a number of my enemy?
No.
I mean, those who are engaging in illegal money, we are not supporting it. So how do you even go extent of having their numbers?
So you want to tell me you don't have anybody in, let's say, Goldfields working?
Listen, I am saying we are. See,
that's what I'm asking you.
I believe
Look,
you want
will
to
see.
Honorable.
Let me
You've been on air. You've been on air before. On a more serious note, the honorable should do us a favor, but staying to the issues and the discussion. And that is one thing I want us. We are tackling not just mining in Ghana, but Galamsey. So please don't sway our minds to different topics and bring in.
If it comes to Galamsey,
so stay on Galamsey.
I can promise you
that the NDC is doing better.
We are doing better.
Than
Look,
the NPP.
If I don't know if people
is there anything new the NDC is doing now that the NPP didn't do when they were in
Let me tell you, the new thing is before the foreigners budging, right? Sometimes they don't even have licenses. And second to any excavator that comes in, we don't regulate them. We don't take. We are doing everything because where is the source? It's from the port.
Okay,
if anything comes in, goes out, it's from the port. It's from our port.
Okay, honorable. I want us to wrap up with this thing, but before we do that, let's look at this. The ally that was established in Parliament in 2022 by the NPP, that gives the president the power to grant license to individuals to mine in our forest reserves, which in 2023-2024, your candidate then, who is our president now, promised us that one of the first things he's going to do about Galamsey when elected into power is to revoke that ally. 8 months in power, nothing has been said or done about the ally. How then do you want us as a people to have confidence in this government to fight this Galamsey?
Thank you. Parliament is a house of records, and I know everything is in there. And so for us, we have both parties there. I think the needful will be done. But what I want us to understand is, fine, the past government did this harmful thing to Ghanaians, and I want to let
which is not telling us the harmful thing.
The harmful thing is, why do you pass such a serious thing that solely the president will be giving licenses to people?
So as to monitor.
Why? To monitor what? And you gave up 100 and something licenses. Thousand millions of licenses you gave it out. And you're getting the guys to talk about Galamsey, making noise about Galamsey.
I am saying so.
See, your Jandam will not work. And I'm telling you, President Mama will do the needful and make sure things are done right. Do you understand? So please, you people mostly do that damages, then come back and come and do an street play and be doing as if you are all holy, that holy thing. And I'm telling you,
one thing.
Yima,
can I make a question here so that you go as
let him finish. Once he's done, I'll give you 1 minute.
What I want you to understand is, you came in power for 8 years, mess the economy, mess our gold reserve, mess our forest reserve.
Our gold reserve, please, with that one,
let me tell you one thing.
They left our gold reserve in a very good shape.
Let me tell you one thing. We're all in this country. I want him to explain for me, where did we engage that gold going outside this country? He should explain.
No,
let me finish.
You see, horrible.
You explain now.
You see, the gold reserve.
Let me finish. Let me finish. We engage them, taking those golds out, right? Fine. He should explain that one for me. So I'm coming back to the gold reserve. Fine, they left. That is what they left. But I want you to understand that anything about gold with the MPP is jandam.
What is jandam? I don't understand.
It's not correct.
Okay.
Do you understand? It's just lies. It's just propaganda.
Are you saying the gold reserve they left?
No, what I'm saying, anything about gold in this country from the MPP, it's not correct. Anything. It's incorrect. I said anything.
That includes even the reserves.
I say anything. that one. We can go there. Yes, we can talk about the reserve. At least we can give them some credit.
We can give them all the credit.
Some credit. You see, something you're asking me to explain. You are not saying that we can give them some credit.
But apart from that, anything about they are dumb.
You see, before you can give someone
do you understand?
A process.
Let me finish.
No, you see,
honorable, in 1 minute, wrap it up for me.
I'm not a pastor, and I'm not preaching.
So what I'm telling Ghanaians is, we promise Ghanaians a better Ghana.
Okay.
We promise Ghanaians that we are going to reset the defaults. We are going to reset the damages. We are going to reset our economy and make sure every Ghanaian get the benefit of it.
Which includes Galamsey.
Everything. I said everything.
Galamsey, which includes Galamsey.
What I'm telling Ghanaians is they should focus and monitor everything that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is allowed forcing and everybody that matter in our dealings in this country. They should monitor and they will see the vast improvement that this government has for Ghana. So please,
improvement. You see.
So please,
you see,
the MPP people are a confused party. They cannot even organize themselves.
MPP.
Let me talk. They cannot even. Yes, they cannot even organize their party. Talk less of the whole Ghana. So please, it's time for the Ajinkwa to deliver, and he's delivering. Okay. So they should keep quiet and watch. If they don't understand, they should come back door. We explain it to them. Okay. They should not come and sit on radio or television or whatever and just be saying anything.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's a shame. In fact, I didn't want to deviate from the topic and the discussion.
You are not deviating.
No, I'm coming. Please. Honorable, please. You should give me the opportunity to speak. But you see, NDC today has made a lot of promises to Ghanaians. And if we tell our brother here to tell us one of the policies they have fully implemented, he's going to sweat and sit here 24 hours or years. Let's put that on records. Policies you went ahead telling Ghanaians that when we come to power within 1 month we are going to do this, we are going to do that. We are resetting and even saying that external indicators cannot influence our economy. Today, because of external indicators that has brought down the dollar, they are shouting and shouting, acting on luck. They don't even know they are acting on luck. And see, I don't want to go into that. Maybe another day for that. Specific on Galamsey. We have this same gentleman representing Ghana as the first gentleman of the Republic. Ruled this country before. We voted against him based on some of the things he did previously. 2012 to 2016 were the years we gave it to John Dramani Mahama to serve this country. How did he fight Galamsey? I mean, that was the time we experienced the worst. We experienced the worst doomsaw. Look, that is where we now got to know this idea of doomsaw. And all these Galamsey, the factors of those things that contributed to doomsaw, Galamsey was part of it. If you sit here and say that you are fighting against Galamsey, when the same gentleman was, the same gentleman fighting Galamsey and you have trust in him was a former president or is a former president, and today you tell us that he's doing very well at the Galamsey side. When we gave him that opportunity some 4 years back, he couldn't even do anything. But how do we trust him? And so the issue of doomsaw.
If we should go by this,
I'm coming. I'm going to land.
If we should go by that, we also gave you the 8 years based on their performance,
you see, and
we still have.
And the propaganda. You see, when NDC is in opposition, they talk too much. They talk. You see, you should understand that the NPP is trying to assist the NDC to run this country.
Oh, really?
Of course. There is certain agenda. We are not seeing it. There is certain... No. I'm coming. Yes. There is certain agenda. We are... Look, every MPP member I know, I mean the topmost MPP politicians are humanitarian people.
Okay.
They don't attach emotions to politics. And they don't just go doing propaganda anyhow. Look, our current... What is it? Members of parliament, I mean the MPP, they are perfectly assisting the current government to have the Ghana we want.
Okay.
The Galamsey issue, I am a bit afraid. no matter how these people come to tell us that they are fighting against Galamsey. Per what we know about John Dramani Mahama pertaining to the Galamsey, we never can trust him until we see it. Okay. It is easy to sit somewhere, just say that, oh, if you have anyone at Galamsey area, call the person, advise the person, take the person when we get there. Well, no, we have seen that before. MPP regime, they went there, fired people. People admitted. I think those days I even had an accident, and I was I was at the same hospital with someone who received bullets at Galamsey, and that time was the days NDC started shouting and barking that, look, Nanadu, don't do that. Allow these people, and hold on. In one breath they say, oh, allow them to do Galamsey. In the other breath they say, oh, don't allow them to do Galamsey. They were switching. You know what? They wanted the power. God being so good, we gave them the power. Tell me, if indeed what you are experiencing about Galamsey now is something that we lack. Now, we were thinking those people around the Galamsey areas were the people that were going to be affected. But now they are telling us that our energy sector is also going to be affected. Sure. And it is the common people on the street that are going to suffer. You know what? I don't have generator in my house. Maybe you have generator. And when there's lights up, a lot of people depend on electricity. A lot of people. Have we thought of that? Someone who stands at the roadside, you bring this, is it organizers or organizers you call them? All these guys depend on electricity.
Most businesses depend on
exactly.
Ghana.
And now you don't even care to think about the future plans for electricity in this country. All you know is, oh, Charlie, let's come on air, let's shout, go back. Honorable, I want you to be very, very good to Ghanaians. And let your communicators know that the approach, or your government know that the approach to Galamsey.
Government.
In fact, anyways.
Say it.
Okay.
Our government.
I think you should allow me to talk. You see, let NDC know that they are not fighting Galamsey the way Ghanaians are expecting them. And any reasonable average Ghanaian listening to us will know that yes, Emmanuel is telling the truth. Okay. They are not fighting the Galamsey the way we want. And we are telling that now it is no longer the people at Galamsey areas that are going to be affected. Electricity is now going to be affected. We are going to very soon experience blackout. I'm not happy. We are saying no. I am not happy.
He is saying you should tell your government that.
You should act quickly. No, I'm not happy. You should know that. Look, here, I'm being very fair to you. Very, very fair. I'm not even doing propaganda because if I start, I'm not doing propaganda. I'm not even starting propaganda. Me, like I said, I don't do propaganda. All I'm saying is that let your government. No. All I'm saying is that. Listen. All I'm saying is that let your government know that at where we have gotten to, wallahi, at where we have gotten to, soon and very soon, we are going to experience blackout in this country. And that is going to affect almost every one of us. And you people will be the very best people to start crying because you are already expecting it. You are not expecting it. So it will come to you like a surprise. For us, it won't be a surprise.
Okay, thank you, the gentleman. It is very interested in...
he keeps on saying policy.
I think it's done on
Honorable, we are done with this. But
somebody will say...
Honestly speaking, your party is not doing enough with speaking as a Ghanaian.
Let's all speak as Ghanaians. But let me tell you one thing. If you have, that is why I keep on telling you that if you have a minor, somebody who is into that business, he would really tell you what is transpiring currently.
Okay.
Look, the miners and those Galamsey boys, they are not happy with this government because of the measures, but we will still stick to it and make sure the right thing is done.
They are not happy because the promises you gave it to them. No. Please. They are not happy because the promises you gave it to them.
Caused by Adudi and Dr. Baumia and Dr. Baumia. What we are seeing now is from the previous administration. Look, let me be sincere with you.
One thing I wouldn't even want us to do is to blame past government.
No, I'm not blaming.
But that's what you are doing.
It's just a yardstick. It's
a yardstick. Let's put that on record. It's just a yardstick.
Honorable says it's a yardstick. So yes, we have that on record. It's a yardstick. But I've really enjoyed the conversation this morning. I know our people are enjoying it as well. Our audience are enjoying it. Now, let's look at our last topic for discussion. And this topic, I wonder is taken from this angle. A few weeks ago, government came with an increment in our cocoa price. Now, in opposition, we realized that the NPP increased the cocoa price by 40%. And the opposition party then stated that looking at the FOB, the world market pricing, the price should have at least gone to 60%, if not the total 70%. And so when they are giving their nod, they will take it to 60 to 70%. We said fine. Now they've come to power. Now one thing about the world market price is that it is priced in dollars. So however strength your currency is against the dollar is going to determine how much you make from that percentage. I want us to establish that. The percentage is measured by the strength of your currency against the dollar.
Sure.
So that is established. Now, NDC comes to power. They do the needful. They increase the price. But the percentage of it is not that much of encouragement to the farmers. Now the farmers are crying bitterly. Some of them are threatening mass smuggling. That if they are not going to get the right price here, then they are going to smuggle it outside. Probably they are going to get much more from our neighboring countries than what the government is giving to them here. Now, we know the government has done its part, but where is the confusion coming from? Is it that the government is lacking the right measures or means to communicate with these farmers? Because as of now, if some are still talking about smuggling, which we know is not very good to the economy and to the cocoa sector, then what is really the problem here?
Thank you. You see, the whole thing is about educating the farmers and let them understand. I want to make this thing clear this morning.
Yeah.
If we talk about this galamsey thing here, 1 minute. I want us to be very clear here. Okay. Fine. If we are going to check, the first thing that we need to do, how strong is the cedi back then and currently, how strong is the cedi?
Okay.
That time, the sitting president was promising them the dollar was around 16 to 17.
Okay.
Now, the dollar is around 10, let's say 10 to 11. So that means automatically we've made some profits.
We've made some profits in the cedi.
Cedi.
But we are losing in the dollar.
So I want us to, let's do this education here so that everyone will understand it.
Okay.
It will take time, but let's do it.
But we don't have much time. Honorable, I'll give you 5 minutes to do this submission.
Okay, under this current administration, the new price that was announced stands at 5040.
Okay.
That is dollar, which the increment is from 3100 per ton in 2024-2025. That is this season. 2, the increment from $3100 to 5040 significance an increment in dollar of 1940. That is dollar, representing 62.59%. Fine. I'm moving on. The increment from 1940, that is from the year 2025 to 2026 season represents 70% of the gross free on board. That is the FOB.
Sure.
Value of $7200 per ton as promised by the President Mahama. Fine. It is important to note that though the world market price at 2024-2025 was high, the MPP administration at that time set an FOB value of US dollar, that is 4850, that is dollar, per ton of the cocoa, and the producer price was $3100, representing 63. This is where I want you to understand. Representing 63.9% of the FOB.
Okay. And
it's important again to note that this year's gross FOB value was arrived at taking into consideration cocoa contract of about 100,000 metric tons, so that 2,600 per tons in the 2023 and 2024 year. And if I may proceed, it is important again to note that with an exchange rate of 10 cedis or $11 in 2025 to 2026 season, the President John Dramani-Mahama-led administration has increased the producer price of cocoa from 49600 per ton to 59660 per ton. The new price now per bag has moved from 3100, that is a cedi, to 3228.75. Please, these are calculations that we need to sit down and do and let Ghanaians to understand. Look, I want us to look at the benefits. The benefits of the beneficiaries, that is the farmers.
Sure.
Okay. 1 minute. The finance minister charges new board to restore integrity and viability. And I read, listen, let me, I'm quoting him.
Sure.
The Minister for Finance, Dr. Kesela Tuforsen, has expressed grave concern over the president's mismanagement and corruption that have plugged the operations of the produce buying company, that's the PBC Limited, warning that the situation is unstable and must be. Let me finish.
I think your time, you have not even spoken to the matter, and your time has ended.
The reason is
you are still reading and reading.
What I'm saying is,
you see,
let me. This
but Honorable is right.
He's right. Listen, we will need I'll come back. We will need about 1 hour for me to let's do this lecture on cocoa.
When you are lying, you need time to lie more.
But the whole point is that
let me land.
Okay.
The whole thing is, if I want to cut everything short,
cut it short for us.
These are the benefits. Now, previous administration, you go in, your spraying machine, anything you need to make sure your work will be effective will be sold to you, and put it on record. The NDC government is now going to do business with them without selling all these things to them. He's giving everything for them for free,
really, including
scholarships.
Okay.
You see,
which the previous government did not and cannot and will never and will come and sit here.
Have they started it?
Oh, I'm coming.
It's easier said than done.
It's because of time.
Look, my brother, I think you should be putting him up to the center.
Because one, if we don't get time to explain these things, they will not understand.
No,
they'll just come and
this
say,
thing can be explained in 2 minutes.
This
thing can be explained in 2 minutes.
President Mama said 70%.
In a nutshell, do you think that the farmers are wrong for demanding more from the price set for them this year, and with what they are threatening of a mass smuggling and all? And what do you think should be done about it?
The only thing that I think we should do now is to really engage them and let them understand where we are coming from. Because fine, if the dollar stands at 16 and then the dollar is at 10 something, and we are giving you all these benefits and still giving you money, if you check the percentage, in about 3 decades, you can't get this percentage from any government.
Okay.
Which I'm saying this on record,
okay.
but we'll get time and come and explain this thing for Ghanaians to understand.
I think
this projecting, propagating all this thing about saying President Mama says 70% and he's saying a little below the belt, blah blah blah. Please, we should not propagate this thing. We are talking about economy. We are talking about cocoa here, but these people are not serious enough to make sure Ghana works. He's here laughing. He wants to say something different here.
He might say something.
You gave him 5 minutes, and he used about 10 minutes, and he has not even been able to say anything. That is why I'm laughing. Anything. I mean, anybody listening to us knows that he has not even heard anything from you. You see. The fact is this. I pity the cocoa farmers. I really pity them. But you see, sometimes we need to understand certain things.
Okay.
Why are the people threatening to smuggle cocoa? Who is the cause? What really happened? The people are saying that, look, NDC government, we didn't ask you to come and promise us 70% increment of cocoa price when you win power. And that is a 70% increment of the FOB, right?
Okay.
The people never told you to come and do that. You came and gave them a promise that, look, if we win, if you vote for us, your suffering, your sweat, we are going to do something better for you by increasing the price of cocoa 70%. And that's everybody, most of the people around the cocoa area, the common men on the street that were suffering, they all ran away, leaving their businesses into cocoa farms. Invested a lot into cocoa farms.
Okay.
I am a farmer. I farm. I'm from northern part of Ghana.
Okay.
I know the pain that people have to go through in farming. Maybe my brother might not be a farmer, so he doesn't know what I'm talking about. People at these areas, I mean, people who are into cocoa farming, the cocoa farmers are really suffering. And before you make a statement like this, you have to consider certain things. That has to also include economic factors, I mean the external indicators.
Okay.
Now, the cocoa, as we said, cocoa is one of the best products that contributes so much to Ghana economy. About 3.5 to 4.5, depending on the platform you are using for the calculation. 3.5 to 4.5.
And that means you shouldn't propagate it.
I'm coming. No, I'm not going to the GDP.
Okay.
To the GDP. It means that in agri sector, cocoa is doing very well. Now, the people are threatening, saying that we want to smuggle it. That means to say that they are not going to sell cocoa to government, or they are not going to sell cocoa to cocoa board again. They are going to find their own means and measures to sell their cocoa. Because what you promised us, the president of that association, they said what you promised us is not what you are giving us. Every Ghanaian, every cocoa farmer was expecting 6,000 per ton. They were expecting.
Okay.
And what if you do the calculations of the increment, it's around 61% or so, or 60%. Instead of 70%. I'm coming. If you do the calculation very well. I never interject.
One thing we need to understand is this.
No, I'm coming.
They promised 60 to 70%.
70 specific on this matter.
They wasn't
you see, they
were
said
60 to 70%.
Okay, fine. So it means that the Ghanaian were expecting 6,000 from what the government said. 6,000 per, what is it?
But that is per the dollar.
Yes, of course. 6,000. No. Then that means we have to check the calculation.
I'm coming. Before you come into
please, I'm coming.
What is the exchange rate?
What is the
before you do your calculations?
If you listen to them, why they are threatening? Let's look at the bottom line.
You see that when I was introducing this question, I made certain things
clear. Now I understand. Why, if you go and read around, why the people are threatening this what is it? The government over this cocoa price. It's as a result of the fact that they are unfairly treated. They are unfairly treated. No, you are not putting anything on record.
Unless you don't know that they are getting free insecticides, unless you don't know that spraying machines are free, unless you don't know that fumigations are free, unless you don't know that flour producers to farmers are free.
You are done with your time.
Make this conversation fruitful. You have been given 10 minutes. You couldn't produce anything. Now you are coming out with things. So you should allow me to stop. You see,
Ima, you yourself, your time is almost up.
No, my time. This, you are using different clock to check my time.
I'm not using any
now,
different.
You see, with regards to the issue of cocoa, we should understand, the government should understand that once these people start smuggling cocoa out, it's going to affect the Ghanaian economy.
Sure.
It's going to greatly affect the Ghanaian economy. It means that the cocoa board and the government have to spend high.
So what do you think the government should do about
Okay,
this
good.
issue?
They should engage. Just come out and tell the people.
I'm coming.
I'm coming.
You started engaging them.
No, you can't tell me. Look, I mean, I believe in seeing results. Politicians saying that I've started engaging people and you sit down to try. No, people are listening. We know you. These people, we think we don't know you. Now, listen, the fact is that the government should just come out. Tell the Ghanaians, look, we are sorry. We promise you of this. We couldn't meet it. Look, these people, they are not waiting for anything. Just come out, engage with them, tell them, oh, we are sorry. Okay. We promise you this, we are not giving it. Look, you know what? I pity Eric Opoko. Eric Opoko, the day of vetting, they questioned, the minority caucus questioned him about this cocoa increment. And they were very specific. If you listen to the ranking member of finance, Honorable Atoforsen, he said they were going to increase cocoa price to 70%. He's vetting. When we go out, we can publish it. Maybe next time when I come, it is not true. You tell me. This is the ranking member. In fact, the information is coming from a ranking member of finance, saying that when we come, we are going to pay you this amount of money. Everybody, the spirit of everybody who happens to be a cocoa farmer, I'm coming. Who happens to be a cocoa farmer went higher and higher. They were expecting. All of a sudden, they just wake up, realize that the man has disappointed them, and now that is the issue.
So, can you wrap it up?
So in wrapping it up, I want to say that today, if NDC has not promised these people bigger, they wouldn't have been, threatening. They wouldn't threaten and calling for the attentions to the government. See what they are doing. This threat is not just a threat, it's a cry from the cocoa farmers. And the government must listen to them. If not, a little mistake, if they tamper with these people and they start smuggling cocoa out to neighboring countries, I tell you on authority, next time when you invite this man to come and sit here, he won't even appear. He won't appear.
Okay.
He won't appear because the economy will come poto.
Thank you.
Our economy will be stable.
Which one? And you are not trying to destabilize. You are trying to destabilize the prices of cocoa, and you are telling me that, look, let's put it on record.
So please,
anyone who is listening to us will know that these measures, what the cocoa farmers are taking, is going to destabilize.
Your flag proposed the SIA. He gave the SIA to us, and you are now ruling. So you people should see the SIA.
Thank you.
Listen. You were talking. I'm coming. Let me end up. Lena, I think you gave him 10 minutes. I don't know why. Because he was reading, right? Because I think I deserve a fair treatment.
So now that our time is up, what do you propose we do?
Okay.
You tell me what we should.
I should do.
Tell me what we should. Our time is up. You are saying I should still treat you fair. So
once the time is up, meaning we are going to jump into another event, which I wouldn't like it that way. But I'm telling you that next time, when all of us are invited, especially when you pair me with honorable member, he's someone that I want to learn from, or we all learn from one another. But please, let him make sure that he speaks to the issue or matters under discussion.
But honorable spoke to the issue.
You see, he was reading figures. A cocoa farmer who has not been to primary will not even understand what you were reading.
The issue is part of.
Go and give these people the 6,000 you promised them.
That is what you don't understand. So please,
1 minute each for us to wrap it up. Which the people want to read the note.
A huge one to my boss, Sadam Koko Afenyo, the MP for Amasama constituency, the MC for Amasama constituency, Honorable Sowa, and everyone who is ready to go for a contest in the constituency. Please, we should reach Brothers Keeper and make sure we choose the right candidates, whichever position, to make sure we champion the Ghana agenda. So and big ups to my boss, Kobe Ballon, Anthony Nikwen, Greater Accra Regional Organizer, and to my boss, it's himself, that is Kwaku, Mr. Kwaku, at Gold Board. So big shout out to all of them.
Okay, thank you, Honorable. Ima, the last words and then we leave the studios.
Well, it was indeed nice. Having this engagement with my brother. I want to say a very big thanks to my lovely girlfriend. The honorable member is laughing. I think Lordina. She has been a very good help to me. In terms of anything. She has been very helpful. And then also thanking my family members and most of the MPP guys. for pushing me up. Sometimes I go on radio when I talk, I ask them, did I do? I say, hey, guy, keep on. I mean, they give me that kind of morale. So I want to say a very big thanks to them. And also want to say a very big thanks to the former Member of Parliament for Zabzugu constituency, Honorable John Jababinam. I think all this he's part of my communicating today because he has been one of my role models. He has taken me through a lot in politics. Therefore, I can't say anything without, saying thanks to him. He has been very helpful. God will actually bless him so well. And the very last thing I want to say is that, you see, the NPP is trying all their best to assist the current government to push Ghana, to move Ghana to the to that level we want. So we are begging that sometimes when we come out with all this, when we say certain things, they should not take it offended and rushing after our people and arresting them and all that. So we are ever ready to assist them in all that, and we are willing in all angles to support them. We are not propagating anything. We are only putting the government to work. Thank you.
Thank you to our great communicators this morning who made the show a worthwhile. We thank them, Honorable Ampong, the great Ampong, and we thank Emmanuel. We thank you very well. And also, before I leave the studios, I want to wish a very good son of mine a happy birthday. His name is Emmanuel Jerobon. I like this gentleman very, very, very much. He's very humble and he's very kind as well. He has a foundation which seeks to support women and the less privileged. They are giving them support with their trade, their education and all that. Ima, today is your birthday. I want to really, really commend you for all the things that you do for your people in the Savannah region. And for the NDC, he's actually an NDC communicator in the Savannah region. And he also works with the Ghana Ambulance Service. He really, really, really does much for Mother Ghana. And Ima, I really, really pray for the heavens to bless you this morning. May God expand your territories and may He order your steps into greatness. You are a good person. You will be great. Continue being great. We wish you love and light from the studios of GhanaTalks Radio. To our audience, to our listeners, we thank you for making time with us this morning. We will be back in the afternoon with the Showbiz Arena, but right after I leave here, enjoy the good tunes with DJ Rock. Yakramo.